ene dwada anopei nsemben na akoso mo amoniji tennis wono minim say a weekend mo enjoy ye papa man de no eba wiye me kire Wimbledon Makita Vendresova na oche Antebe eye no hwadwuma the pride of Africa, the pride of Tunisia. Antima ansan ye ansan fama no atoaso mpre no ni nyina no could do finals na yaje edi a free ninsem na mema de no close to 5 hours mo amhwe no mani agi papa me gidi se wani ni tennis wo kra enra Novak Djokovic ono ene Carlos Alcaraz the course no misro na enyasam kitu attorney edi details ina and so brain you call athletics won the Diamond League atwaso Poland na nsemben na ekoso we ni other African stories ni nyina ebobo no and so our Mohammed be transfer ni nyina and so brain transfers and yasem kitu players makodu players aka kra no makodu players ka kra bi na yasensan on bibia awie ehefo na still teams no di hu komo dindindin a enyam mawie Tony the details nyina ebebre ntamami afi omso ni abre papa Leo Messi ni unveiling na efekeke we any other stories clubs no mun SMP Tony abobo no the ebre kwa Mickey enso ba betrase the snake or the local stories nyina enso ebebre Tony say weekend bia nyakopa no bia all right one could boni bia okay I'm say boni no na me de bata ho a ompe se bia nsen hunu bia oni se hunu bia
she me hu see pa se be ya me hu bia maase
oh okay me kai abrantie is it all Woodbridge che ba for America yeah the other time me busa onko di boni bia onko di boni o se tonic yeah say you o he Pentecost of any metwa nko battery no oh
ata
gonna kasa je was wash Pentecost of penim etwa nko boka sia kire no we was a kunko na wo konfa nkra na me
minimum pa onza wonsam
o pa bet me message di akire na message ne ho sem bia mai ne ho sem bia mai oh me musa no kwesi bia wo na wo wasem
ba me ho nsem pa na ya na me na me kama no atu
oh sa
kame won ho nsem pi oh
okay
nya na atane atabase minim ne pa enya ato nso better na no mo
anti won ho nsem
pi
all right pedi go so for come for anya na me enchine class ma yire so the can we ache wan go di boni amate yenko obi a pon me nda obi a kofi bo so won kwa wakam na na fa Tony ya pon and then sa kofi so we be ya za kofi all right anyway
we da seni akonya no emerna so ye hwen sama ekoso onkofo ekoso yen shall say enfremfree one board in the world of tennis we can win and I one board in Jimmy na bana we ye na emaro de ne course Saturday too bad yen you about Herbal the pride of Africa one team ending kunim last year call final this year so call final emu bia ni wa otimi agiye oni Makita Vondosova and a boy ye Emma Maketa ewini 6-4 and then 6-4 inti dwumadie no winner no aye Maketa Vondosova ban Emma Wimbledon Emma na singles na ebo aso Saturday said ye show match no or Kessben television so enra and Emma the finals no ebo aso for almost 5 hours na world number 1 and the world number 2 womo atiesima omo ebo pepa na game no eshepa na onim Sir Carlos Alcaraz just 20-year-old ono and a win one building where this in na so na second Grand Slam title and sa enso atimi aka ekowie 167661 36 and then 64 and na Carlos Alcaraz e dey age one building no e dey esne na so na at a point Novak Djokovic frustration tea or smashing the racket no e was the edge of the net no and a show our Kessben television so we air frustration because omo and the winning seconds a winning first set after second and third set no and no call lose na after so share aba enti o share no frustration no wabra o man show ye the racket no and na or the net no and so edge na Carlos Alcaraz Oje one bird in the national way any message or de emobia.
Wow. Well, many congratulations, Carlos. I know you've dreamed about holding this trophy since you were a young boy. There were so many twists and turns, momentum shifts in the match. You worked so hard for it. How does it feel holding it right now?
Well, it's it's a dream come true for me. As I said before, of course, it's great to win, but even if I would have lost, I would be really proud of myself, in this amazing run, making history in this beautiful tournament, playing a final against a legend of our sport. For me, it's incredible, as I said, it's a dream come true, be able to, play in these stages. It's amazing for a boy, 20 years old. I didn't expect to.
Now the final Novak Djokovic. After the game, Novak could second Wimbledon so Ekasa Yentien.
Good afternoon to everyone. Not so good for me, but good for Carlos. I have to start obviously with praises to Carlos and to his team. Amazing, what a quality in the end of the match to. When you had to serve it out, you came up with some big serves and big plays, so you deserve it. Absolutely, congratulations, amazing.
Novak Djokovic and I bowing a Carlos across about to say na game no na emotion pa. Anko ya farm on Djokovic dear. Now so akoye Eddie ama Carlos across into a bo on no and team no so about so. Yentu aso our boxing dear. Yanko a man of from Yenu by friend said Daniela and Hemsley. Why are dear be a Jew be ansem? Okorini bar to be na koso Saturday no na orini any genti ya na so ni wina no na ye nua ba no wa bie ne boso na sebe ni mpokua yi ejinejina so pa yenim de ba ya oyesa yenko na yenhwe kakra.
Scores the bout 49-46, and your winner by unanimous decision, Daniela. Scores the bout 49-46, and your winner.
Yani akatasu.
Oh, okay. And in free one more. In free sauce. What have you wakatasu ya go de kotreza.
Say any fancy we should no public.
Oh, heavy.
Come on.
Don't know that. What heavy. Au Germany ka say come on.
I dance na me di. Me twantro.
Okay.
My hair.
When one here.
Michael.
No, sa kwande wa hwe bi ground again.
E dey free show.
Ye be nkofo be ka to say twabere wo mo. Na fa send wo mo. Ti uhu bibia say uhu breast. Ti na yentwa we mro.
Mahu. Anti.
Obia di name bia ba send bread na yembu ni wa. Nyoma mu hwe. Ebi ni we gidigidi we. You're great.
Tie free show and Daniela Hemsley. Ono winning the box no be no for so. Am obi anso am etim here. Yanko soccer na yanko Leo Messi and an unveiling etimi Herbal. Na be say obi the goat, proper goat. Equal I'm a pink stadium ho because I'm gidi pass Messi and the greatest of all time to goat no fit up. Na he na bebe na enye izu krasa. We goat ankasa. Representative Messi said Messi the greatest of all time and unveiling the to say and yet is class and the stadium ni so into Messi go for castle the greatest of all time will be edutum say ampa and do go to so echo Messi unveiling time or arrive our Pink Stadium hono na enye easy Leo Messi and a Yeshu no Kessben televisions na arrival no on the t-shirt white and a koye na omo a print number 10 e di abom ti Leo and the family no and a ACF omo ka mo de koye ma Yeshu our Kessben televisions no Ras stadium no na bebia ewu omo pa Messi wontuma yenko ho na yenhwe Leo Messi Miami na Enra Messi unveiling it me eba so na co-owner Emma Inter Miami David Beckham na Enra na ho etro pa podium no so because ensure ayeremo any tender na strike santi programming po e delay kakra time a Beckham eba unveiling Messi no ya me nkwanko tehweye because na e ho 20 David Beckham of full podium na pe and the power no so or kind football skills into giant na so and now can Messi won some kakra yentin sima David Beckham o kan ye e de fa Lionel Messi.
That moment in 2007, you know, you said, you know, you're taking a chance. For me, it wasn't taking a chance. I know America, I know this sport, I knew that this was going to be a challenge, me moving to America, to a different league, playing for the LA Galaxy. I was excited about the challenge. It was a chance to actually raise the profile of this game, the biggest game in the world, raise the profile of it in America. And my commitment was always to the league, to my team at the time, to my teammates. But I sit here now.
Buddy, it's insane. The hair on the back of your neck standing up. But my question for Jorge, you'll appreciate this, because none of us were there for your unveiling with the LA Galaxy. Has this brought back any memories, any nightmares? Is there any reminiscing today?
There was no nightmares. It was all great. Actually, it was sunny.
Yep. Which is exactly 180 degrees different than this.
But tonight is a typical...
DRV Pink Stadium, Inter Miami, I want very Messi. Na enra program no na efeka kado se na stadium no eso na so bia eba ho e de omani munyam beta show na chinti gamble and ko MLS no so no wan take gamble no so sure of baby akọ na ko ba ma LA Galaxy Sergio Busquets, the new teammate of Leo Messi, no mo bienu wo Barca mo bienu abehia o MLS no mu Beckham unveil Sergio Busquets.
One of the most complete midfield players of his generation. I am so excited for Sergio and his family to represent our club and our colours, and to also reunite in his partnership with Leo. I know that the people of South Florida will take you all into their hearts. We are building a special club here at Inter Miami. A club that represents this special place and its people. A club that cares about the community it serves. Our fans are grateful for your faith, your passion.
Sergio Busquets, no sabe fan just number 5. The favorite number no when you say the Messi number 10 no ono so ya ne denti ne unveiling no na e ko so mo ye oni Leo e de ne ebom enra US na e ho eni adaje kwa kama pa eno mo ye ya say all is set players no mienu e be suo maka e de ama Inter Miami omo enso a football club no.
To have a look at the animal properly, I don't think it's a goat. They use another animal to represent a goat. Are there goats in the United States? Come here, boy. Do we free to whom na breme? I didn't know kasa.
Miminim kra. Na
we nya ponche de ba.
Na edien.
Ponche na.
Na bi ni ho a saje so betimi de bi akọ. We dey say nye.
No ba we nya ponche bi na be na. Ponche.
Come here, boy ahwe ni.
A ponche ni America asema na woka no.
Mo. Ebi wo ho. Die na bi ni ho. Ebi wo ho no pa.
Okay. Yeah, ba na to aso. Say groom across ba bi bebre enya ponche ho.
Yeah.
Man nam so de book room.
Oh.
Aye. Almost yenya ponche wa.
Yenyan wo ho. Untimi raise abo.
Enso no toba e okrumo nyina ponche nam nom de. Okay, we dey to us. Unim kro bia sa ho.
David.
Sa. Okay. Because minim se kwa friends adman krum.
Okay.
Adwumam. Odegba mi. Yenya ponche okrumo.
But enam na bu.
Aye. Upo bi opa ponche nam pa odegba mi.
Oh, mathematical.
Yes. Josu so matese yenya ponche wo josu. ai minima de mate
okay
say nya ponche ho na aponche echi choba anya joso no
eh hono me witness
no munye no obrego
obi chifufu nso oton banchi o chifufu nso oton banchi yanko transfers kakra na yanko Birmingham so ye omo e wo gidie pass Hurricane ebefa Hurricane am ne follow na wie ama boy na kasa de wakan yes so be bought Birmingham Football Club in Tomguso omo ne person so am edi hon komo na won say Birmingham mpo omo aya wallen say omo beton Leon Goretzka ama Goretzka free club no money enough money nam de bia so abefa Hurricane every Tottenham Hotspur omo e club no na won say Ange Postecoglou ono aye coach ama Tottenham Hotspur also obaye no on Hurricane 1-on-1 omadi nkomo na mo chat na koso kama say Hurricane preseason no wa take part ama niema no the dean edi ema Tottenham Hotspur yentie Ange Postecoglou
One's kind of hasn't been a discussion in the hallways. Look at, and you know there are a lot of people who know Harry better than me, but he's not going to get fazed by anything. He's here, and while he's here, he's totally committed to what we're doing, and that's the way I've seen things. In terms of me, it has zero impact on me. If other people, other clubs want to talk about our contracted players.
Ange Postecoglou, coach, I'm at Tottenham Hotspur in Kano. So your men, as a last year, G2 you know this year, you been a different son your men our Spurs. Yentie son, Tottenham player.
To let it behind, so I'm looking forward to it this season, and obviously, especially last season where I really suffer with physically. So this is not sunny, so that I know.
So last year physically was so fire pa, and then so this year dear, waje penye Saudi clubs ne buy, and so need to catch anko. This year the Spurs everyone say a different son young man. Arsene Wenger, as this year was supporting the former club, say Arsenal boom. And a Belgian Premier League. Last year, Kaketuebi, Nemum City Belgium. This year, the Arsenal for us, as Wenger, and in some tuja.
I believe we will win the championship, and that's as simple as that. So I have less doubts about Arsenal than about the cycling today.
Last question: would you, Arsenal, have spent £105 million on Declan Rice?
If I had money, why not? I had to cope with no money at all, and so you have to find a different way. Now Arsenal is in a good financial situation, and they bought what they think will win them a championship. I think it's a good investment.
Arsene Wenger, former Arsenal manager. Now there's Arsene Wenger, and you're not prepare. And them sad time, you know. Coach Arsenal for Nisikasa. And today na wo na no manage. Say kasika ho why not? Kobeti says sika na £105 million. Akofa Declan Rice ogidi pass this year so ya Arsenal for afia omo ebetimi Ange League no wan Guadrado obesane 1 year deal edi ama Inter Milan or a former Juve player okosina kan edi ama Inter omo so club no Andre Onana the medical test no Man United for Asher they said onyani bibia ne visa na oba you can no be medicals the contract no valid till 2028 no the additional 1 year e dey ato akire no so ebetimi ababe 2029 enso e ho no Nottingham Forest omanya won Man United afa Onuana dia ene Dean Henderson omo ebe kasa biem na omo atimi afa Dean Henderson F United no ebe ye permanent last year na anu e loan now we say former Inter Milan goalkeeper Walter Zinga say Lukaku die ya or there Inter Milan so kwakọ edi ama Juve no what the better to Figo from Barcelona to Madrid no aye pepe Judas die ni be ana Lukaku enso etimi aye PSG Ultras ne say maybe atwam Dusan Vlahovic okoye nia ho nsem bintu omo empe Dusan Vlahovic ewo omo club ni mu especially Serbia ene Palestine and some ane domontem Emma Vlahovic dinu nkwaji gym no nya ade betimi awo come the naba club ni mu ene Dide Mbappe eco training ochina na sa Kalafi beko ho na oni Mbappe kwakọ wie on be so beko Japan no na Mbappe the transfer no sorted nyese ho na problem bia enso ba Hector Bellerin enya complete medical sa ono so esina kan edi ama Rebetis omo football club ni K Gundogan eno ada akọ Barca facility akọ hwehwe niema e Barca trophy room na ose players person no mo ball e Barca emu miensa de omo na akoma so Marc-Andre ter Stegen Lewandowski ene Pedro omo special players wadro ni omo no ohwe nim se Barca ni ma ebekọ yie pa na onim se Eduardo Camavinga, Madrid, any boy Nakasa, a moment the contract extension, boy in the age on the side, born so on Mubonti Camavinga, obey extending the stay with Real Madrid or Monster Club, no, Jude Bellingham, San Antonio Pintus, the Madrid players, no physical, no, or the Omoyano, or Sipa Pan the Jumani. So any pa player up so cool and so players no omo person Madrid ko yenti omo aye wall in say omo betima for medicals mu physical mu na omo so letimi give you omo best Willian and so nya agree say obestay e Fulham omo the contract no ready a ono enso ebe extend Callum Hudson do Chelsea player and Fulham at the opening bid echo Chelsea Abagu Sicano and no enso eswa Harry Maguire Man United captains omo AGF in sem na so still akonya the Barcelona United ne best dia ono enso ebetim aye Fabinho to Al Ittihad or Saudi Arabia no akasika sem na Liverpool for enso ni omo enso ewi award winner
okay
ye DC na aboabo no na enye easy o eno a Dagomba eniguma intertribal football tournament
okay
eno attendance no eno aguma ehye ba akoma Dagomba ntimi ante
Guruma okay
omo share 1-0
okay omo share
Dagomba 1-0 na ne match no eye ya Digawa omo ene grunshi sisala ana ebo
wow
nti 4 pm eno ne ehwe eno match no enye easy ho abomu de bi
interested
abomu de bi
yeah
Ghana had omo ya kire se eba na attendance I give them wo which ni kona nim kakra
don't need dia ebo nyina na ga yiti kakra
nti park na kasa suni
okay
we are red park
omo di bidie na
I actual lines no say park near red
yeah
so also munya dia ebetimi ama lines na show come
oh so park we pa da omo be ye park we yi
astroturf
ama nipa omo wo area ho nyina no Ghana in fact many papa ko match se koso as apitches no
enye easy all the stars obia ba ho obia ho tie ne 4 pm
onye ne yi kakra ma
Rushi sala ene ya Digawa
okay
enso na yebo Godfather
na Infante for the kosi say
Infante omo awi ni omo last game nti omo next game omo bebo
okay kwa miki na umfa bi anko support omo so you ni ade I was promises omo you still am fa renko
oh yeah me de beko
o de beko
yeah last game no
me ne ye dun
Obama dun komo
Obama no why
oh organizer
Obama
okay
on organizer baby me ne dun komo pa
tibia komo ase na nsuo to say
oh say bibia be fine
I know say 3 days
no me ka sort your out me come you and mo fanti for ka sort your out so but bibia be okay
nkwa ne drew birthday a onnya hwe wadwuma minim do tufo kwala kra omo yi na udie be times 100 omo kra timi bibi okay yentu aso mfa mamo mfa ne fo no oboa okaso bebre mu bibia mamfo ni nto no so okay in 2010 in Asankragwa there was no live good but goat meat was there Asankragwa in the western region say.com asin for minti where he has you they said omo nye omo and I was in 2010 and it is abi man okay nana prempeso the way free dot na ebrebe nana so say dot so sa nya point ho nana o so dot debi dot dem nya so
bu ha ma ponche ne krom no ma ponche na wo betima ye ofie so say ponche na no me nam krom ha bobu ho a peso bu ho mo peso be ma ponche ne nam ho debi ebia sa na o pa kire
because dot dey say me twem ho
debi hu ponche wa bonte
yes me ponche ni nwa nyina
no no
nchi mu tu be 5 nchi koso
and ebia dot foforo
yes
ebia dot foforo
me nua na yo hini ho
oh okay
my classmate dot hini
okay
yeah
okay
my classmate no
wow
yankwe
Faith Convention 2023. Faith Convention 2023. I shall say 23rd of July to 30th of July. And the Jumediano, a basso, and it is Shannon. So, Faith Convention 2023. No, a basso, our House of Faith Ministries. House of Faith Ministries. I bang a Santamai SHS. Swame runabout. I want to be a Jumediano, a cosso. And it is Shannon. So, Anopa, yesia bompaye. Abra ye bompaye etu emu asenya mensa enu ti sene so 8:30 am anope bia from 23rd to 30th no ye ba anopa mpaye
8:30 na fe enwumere mpaye enso 5:30 p.m. na fe Sunday 30th of July Thanksgiving service no ebeba so enunti sene so no beba so 9 a.m. Our House of Faith Ministries ena dwumedie no ekoso asofo akese ena eba dwumedie no enso asebi ebiti said Dr. Michael Bwedi Nyameche, Reverend Dr. John Gatti, Reverend Alfred Nyameche, Reverend Dr. Douglas Frimpong, Apostle Dr. Emmanuel Osei Kwabena Donkom, Prophet Akwesi Ajimai Prempem, Womunyina baby, Reverend John Olu, Reverend Yaw Owusu Echao, Reverend Joseph Jima Asante, Reverend Anasa Apostle Dr. Samuel Otu, Reverend Charles Okra, Reverend Martin Ampoma, Reverend Stephen Eye Ajin, Womunyina Bajumediano Asibi, and in this sentence, say Faith Convention 2023, 23rd of July to 30th of July. Ya pon sorry a case you are edubeko bebia ufri bebia free transportation ewo ho ani to kobom pa no pa bia enyume no kobom pa ye bia wasa so to so kobom pa ye na fe joint service no enso baso a na wa ye part of it. Kanisa Ventures womo edindro wodo ede abedwaso womo no me Kanisa Herbal mixture no ede abedwaso na Kanisa Herbal mixture no ejuma ebo na nye juma kitwa enunti bomoden na kope Kanisa Herbal mixture ne binom eya blood circulation duro eboaw emampama gudie mu genua ma obo ejuma ye pa apart from no obi o prostate no aye kese oba discharge wenya gonorrhea wenya syphilis o menses ne mbaye uwo sisiyare a eya Kanisa Herbal mixture ena wasa wonom we aye drug Kanisa Herbal shop womde abedwaso any drugstore chemical shop bi abekobia no obenye bi ato ya number is 0247 887436 0247 887436 any drugstore chemical shop bi abekobia no obenye bi ato MTN everywhere you go baby abekobia no obetime so MTN hom anu tere MTN say everywhere you go data ye ma data abra o dial star 141 hash star 141 hash data mankwa data eyenyama bebre oni data ewo phone so a ha dwinye papapa na nunti na MTN ye ma the fastest data ne asanso ate so the cheapest data ene ede ma ye ma fastest the data no ne asanso ama data eno so eye cheap enunti ene wo so dial star 141 hash na wonsaka MTN for data ne bi police ni na dro eye dro pa wonno police ni na dro eko nipedue ni ma ekoboawo die na ekoye ede amount number 1 about boost immune system no immune system no amode bam yare ntimi embo yare ntimi mbo na yare bi abodada a make corrections awodo ede amount edro no eye police ni no edro kope police na dro ni bi enom na embo ye papa obi wonya gonorrhea wonya syphilis wonya pressure uwo ulcer uwo stroke uwo sisiare fatigue malaria liver problem kidney problem eye police ni no edro eba imboost Herbal mixture eba dro boost immune system police ni na dro ene dikan ewo Ghana any drugstore chemical shop bia no benye bia tom opedudu atwa 0246 208496 0246 208496 eno ne number e whatsapp free enche bia na FIFA Women's World Cup no na wotwea na e hyase o show max app ni bia obetima enjoy FIFA Women's World Cup ni bi abra woni fie abra wo take mu abra wo market abra wo shop abra wo office obetima enjoy FIFA Women's World Cup ni bi series awodo obe enjoy bi movies awodo obe enjoy bi enkola channels awodo obe enjoy bi awo show max pro we you see a iPhone ko app store we you see Android phone ko Play Store na download the show max pro app ni bi o download bi we abosumi bia just 75 Ghana cedis per na betua na ma kwan na channels awudo live matches awudo abaso no wonsu wetimenya kwan etimi ahwe bi Niwat Scientific Clinic and Diagnostic Services. Niwat Scientific Clinic and Diagnostic Services. Dr. Nimo, another Niwat ano. Dr. Nimo, si de bia me fantu anim. Wo bia wo enpampine problem. Wo bia wo womb problem. Wo bia bema na enye dwuma ye. Untimi nyum oba. Niwat Scientific Clinic and Diagnostic Services. Obia wo diabetes. Wo hypertension and also wo fibroid yare bia ha obianom fako ni what scientific clinic and diagnostic services yawo atonsu Monaco Junction yanya dansura bank edin hwanimu in crime yawo circle inside Fotorama ya Bengal filling station no yane NS chemist in edin hwanimu ya number 0244 087 687 0244 087 687 free number we so weekend ye ye ko birthday parties ye ko weddings awudo naming ceremonies awudo ene ye ko ye woko bi wedding ase no hu canopies asisi o what you say canopies no efe event na ko ye no wo nyema ye de bass ye no what you say yes nyema no efe open nyema papa efe bi te se canopies chairs tables mobile toilet ushers event bia wo ye bia no wo pesanya ma bi de akwase a eye Kessben rentals ehone bia wo kwa ye chairs ne papa ye VIP chairs ye normal chairs chair wo tena so obi etimi tena so anya chair wo tena so na ebu canopies a wo de ye wedding no wo de engagement no efe eye na wo ye no open ushers open canopies papa open chairs a eye Kessben rentals and now come on sabetimi akani nyina bi Kessben rentals e wo odiom very crossing line so sanso na do ni cha bantama Confanoche Polyclinic in Chaho obehu yen your number is 0505 835191 0505 835191 from number we so ye bejo so AA Sadiq Herbal Center at the Flazon 600 drone at your back. One of Flazon 600 a drone beer. A boy peduano will be a person preventive stroke. Non Flazon 600 will be a winner stroke. Non Flazon 600 a babuao. Obi a cocoyare a how elephant herbal mixture and a wasaunum. Obi a cocoa house say internal cocoa, external cocoa, use Sadiq Herbal powder, Sabigu timu. Sebigu kokonum sebigu duani bia wudi biemu nanyo ni peduani madjuma empire kokonum enfamao eye Sadiq Herbal powder wo bia honam etutu when a rheumatism ananso honam baby ahono wo poso ya eye elephant ointment and wo so you see when you ndra AA Sadiq Herbal Center e dia bedwaso any drugstore chemical shop bia obekobiano obenya bi ato wupedudu etua your number is 0244 153 511 0244 153 511 0244 750 510 0244 750 510 AA Sadiq Indoni die ayendropa Indomie beef it tasty great Indomie beef few minutes no one prepare evie wo peduane be prepare ntem upeduane a tasty great den na hodi woma eye Indomie beef prepare bi fama obano no mfanko school prepare bi fashion lunch box no mu na so fabere djuma okọ lunch a wadidi eno ane se Indomie beef de ni prepare eye ntentem so few minutes na wa prepare adi awie Divine Hope Herbal Center eye biaya woman amede otwea herbal powder no ede abedwaso kopa otwea herbal powder ni bi na yusi we yusu otwea herbal powder ni bia ebeboawo obi a wo sisiare wo yoba wo yebema wo sisiare wo twea herbal powder no be solve problem no ede amount wonya STDB wo twea herbal powder na be ye free ho ede amount wo white o menses ne mbaye koko na hawo wo pressure Impomo gudie no nya ade o libido problem anase osane hawa eye otwea herbal powder divine hope herbal center and a day abedwaso mentena ma connection membi enjuicy kendi akwentuo de opa akwentuo tua baby also ko eye first age travel and tour first aid travel and tour ye give visa mawie ansa na wetua sika ye give visa mawie ansa na wetua sika so first aid travel and tour for anaso from no msi dabi tua sika wi ansa na give visa enye first aid for first aid de o frɛ ye pɛ ye give visa na mawie a ne se fa sika no ebra obi apeso ko United Kingdom first aid abeje visa no amount obi apeso ko Canada uye student obeso ko Canada okoye degree o masters o PhD eye first age travel and tour obi apeso tu kwan ko Canada open 10 years visa eye first aid travel and tour fashion team se first age age visa ma wie ansan wetua sika enunti na also first aid for our number we so 0244 75 2195 0244 75 2195 0244 22 1939 0244 22 1939 first aid travel and tour de yemra ne say yebeje visa na ma ansan wetua sika no e de amayen Totina 74 T74 eye dra anope bia wo se onumbi enumre bia kwadan wanum T74 obi a wo cancer o chest problem o kidney problem o liver problem and now say obi a wo heart problem o eye problem bi o pressure no wo soro and now say wo eye problem o sugar level no o prostate na kese o any chronic disease bi eye T74 and was sound na T74 no uto edro ni bi wia na wa frɛ yen na ya kire kwan betima faso na wanum T74 no 0246 073 498 0246 073 498 Consolidated Bank of Ghana and then CBG so we adwumaku adwuma nketenkete na wo ye no wan ba be boa me business no aye kese e de amount say school say hospital say sorry say club ay association bi o store na waje ne foforo no ne nyina ne so be kokre CBG fo akira kwan 114 branches ene wo na okobie ay CBG business plus account ne bi okobie CBG business plus account ne bi a emfaso abenya die bebre Dr. Muzu Herbal Clinic only the penis doctor we ye bema obema no enye adwuma utinkwam kasa nante koba obema no enye adwuma bibinti ena obema no enye adwuma sa bibinti no ena Dr. Muzu obeye free ho e de amount enuti na so hwe Dr. Muzu ekira kwan apart from sa obwa na obema no timi aye adwuma no obi a wo STDB o typhoid o ulcer o kokoyare o arthritis sciatica Amuzu Herbal Clinic and a wasoko tafunshia so Amuzu Junction ye Benmoro Market Kumasi in crying Christian Village ye Nipima filling station edinhwenimu Sunyani area 3 ye number 0247 77 6743 0247 77 6743 Fre Amuzu our number we so we from Amuzu number we so a obeje so Franco Trading Enterprise Oko Franco Trading Enterprise yeton Nokia phones yeton Samsung phones yeton iPhones smart televisions anase tabletop fridges Franco air conditions anase CCTV camera and apebiatom Franco Trading Enterprise your number is 0245 316 969 your branches out do ewo Kumasi ya ba Herbal Center ye dompe ene kasemu adwuma o problem no ewo dompem o problem no ewo kasemu eye ba Herbal Center ene wasoko ko ba na dompe problem no nyama o kase problem no onyama o yo bia wo arthritis o to ase eye o ya anaso bia wo stroke fako ba Herbal Center no mo resolve problem no emfama obi a waposo ya oya wachin kasane ya oya udom penuti pens wom ba Herbal Center ena akwa obeboa wo obi a empone sebe preduasa wabodam anaso gonorrhea o syphilis o ulcer ba Herbal Center ena wasoko ya watonso agogo behind atonso agogo hospital no Tema Community 16 ubehu ya wo ho Kofobia bus station ya wo your number is 0244 083482 0244 083482 Digital Age Travel and Tour ope passport a Digital Age Travel and Tour will be a birth certificate Digital Age ebeji edi amount domestic anase aye utukwan akwamanone Digital Age betwa ticket no edi amount obi a empono opeso ko United Kingdom United States anase Canada aye Digital Age Travel and Tour we are nurse ni obeso relocate aye Digital Age Bantama Main Street no ene wo ye ne Charles building edition ni your number 0257 567171 0257 567171 Levels Herbal Limited at the Levels Natural Capsules at the Bejaso. One num Levels Natural Capsules in Bia Bema Omoba Kone Levels Bema Omoba Niji. I am natural and until no more no side effect. Any drugstore chemical shop be abekobiano obetimenye bi ato Gentleman Dental Clinic Gentleman Dental Clinic esinwo djuma enye obi a osi etu osi no esuobu wapantan no wo problem wom unum cold water na osimu afemfemo obeso is scaling oya polishing utiti no eye brown a yellow obese white and na so obeso she braces the yan so beko Gentleman Abrepo Johnson ufie so a na uko traffic light no ase incline ubamye wen nungwa C5 Techiman enso yo ho your number is 0598 731 823 Sir Franco Media Institute eye bia ya wo kwa radio mu adwumai ene be kire television adwumai ene be kire enu nti na also ko Sir Franco Media Institute Kose Franco Media Institute ya wo baby a obe practical so Kose Franco Media Institute ya wo baby o wa unya problem hostel facility e wo ho edima ya number 0557 853 853 obra peso camera handling video editing MCR directing another post production sports presentation and commentary news gathering and reporting and then the casting, music, DJing, program hosting, marketing, and that's event and promotion. And yes, Sir Franco Media Institute, Bantaman Main Street, no anywhere 0557 853 853. Susie Herbal Center Limited. Woman of the CB men capsules, Abejaso, I Bema wardrobe. Bema num CB men capsules in Ibia. A bomb Bema Timmy June so ye. So peso June so ya. Aye CB men capsules and what's someone waba besia was so be neat obe sex na beti da aye CB women capsules and was so you see we used to be a beboa ye papa Fute Ghana and the number 8 chips and aba and I'm a dick on Nelly corno or many snappy snack no abe just no many flakes no aba when you're chilled coke when you're chilled a drink be and now say coconut udino or ice cream no or Gary Soakins no and na pe baby at their bosswa. Number 8 chips, Cornelly corn, snappy snack, and flakes. Ronaldo Virginia Daromenti picture of the day no near Facebook. Back to Facebook. And I call Kessben television. And into Facebook, our Kessben television. Oko Facebook, our Kessben television. I want to be a ne. Ye 30 Ghana cities airtime, 30 Ghana cities momo. A branch ben and then a picture no atosono. The yan so beko a Facebook, a Kessben television. Okwa na wa share program no. O share program ni we are na fe wodo o comment na ba no like it. uya na fe wa be part what the picture no onipa ko di ba ye be cho 30 Ghana cedis airtime momo or data Charistic Ventures and the Zahara Man capsules aba aye bema wadru nom Zahara Man capsules enne echina chi onumu etoatoa so abredru a ebeboa ama bema watima bo adwuma yi Zahara mixture and Zahara G capsules and amekanfo edema kope bitonanom any STD bia wenye bia ebeboa obanom bemanom rasis egu asio wenya kuro atoton o discharge a Charistic Ventures ye draw e dia bedwa so Zahara mixture Zahara G capsules no and also kotonom any drugstore chemical shop bia benye bia to your number is 0554 81382 05554 81382 the one and only general medemanu AC no Kessben Foundation Jumedi Sronko Baso weekend papa bia ne niefra for 4 years 4 years na ne niefra and na ya announce say hiam wase betim papa no na ne situation ye ti ekosra papa no ekosra no bebi oti ne koma ne nyema no ewo asen papa ne nie ne ekosra no ti ekosra no ne se epese eboa no na ne ni na efra ne koyi na ne situation ni ti ye ne di nkomo ne de tu dwa se hiam boa sisi papa ne nie general
wow
ye di tu dwa se hiam boa epese eboa na papa ne nie solve no bi di tu ye nim se obaboa yen amyeti watima ma papa ne ni ate na general
nice
ye tu ana mon kosia papa no ne de no kosia no sisi papa na ne nie fra for 4 years through Kessben Foundation na otineni no papa ne ni no oba anra obeda nyame ase ni situation ni ene ya kosisi no ti 4 years ne ni hu ade da ni oba duma oba asada house na papa no aba no ya de nyam de no 4 years na nra obeda ase no nipa begu ha de no a omani e problem enya ni kitwa papa ne so obesolve na de no hu ani na ohu a we de metimi aye we de
ontimi nyeso anu aka
straight we
kuma se ya
dabi papa ne so akro bi so foforo so ohu ani na ode ayine to so sei eni no metimi aye
ho adwuma ma ho
bo metimi papa ne no ekọ osimo ma misima wotwe
8
minutes no ne papa ne ko share dem
hi ndo the 8 minutes that
8 minutes no the tin just 8 minutes
what's the power room
the power draw
fake ones
so na no ba ha no ni pa ba ye ohwe any frafo nko de no a general nyame yende nyame ase de bia so yende nyame ase ni pa over 100 any frafo
former
ohwe wani no metimi ate bra aha no kra no ni pa 2 ehwa oti ni pa mienu ani wa ha
ode bidru
general
we don't mean to
minim but we herbalist aina what ni pa 2 eni wasida osa papa ne koya na ni afra ni situation e kromo enije
I see
4 years
and there's more than ni address na the manko for the number na
ai ye the number ni tudwa na e tudwa manfo ni eni tie na ni atia papa yi say dear
all praise belong to God and God alone.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Nice one.
I don't say this.
Kessben Foundation for so nyako pon shira mo
pa. General.
Mo di juma.
Of course.
Mo di juma.
And 2% boa. Mobile money no na that's on 0245 75 95 93 0245 75 95 93 send ya Stephen Boating and a beba.
We nye de nifra for no sabi omo na ma mo mfre o we
ai
just be all the masabi omo ani
ne na papa ti situation ni enti 4 years you know ni no ate
na se na de banyanko
asene ni ate o hwe wani na general otimi ya metima ontimi nya street abekacho na mama ngo from akwata obai from akwata mampo I say so eye problem I no from akwata she also from akwata any problem obeti nani na mano
wow
yes
akwata also nye bibia mama hu say say no or problem
say any problem
oh nice one
then when a picture of the day level to ata and then a picture too. So
when the teams in the corner,
level 2.
So has to focus on. Okay.
Onimbopa when I can be a signer no. Yes. Or see 2 seasons.
Oh, sign the player. What's wrong with that?
What is wrong? Or see 2 seasons sign players.
Or sign very good player. Obi managing member, and that's why you see you or your board member. Now, cause I have his kungunia.
What's the mama inside? Coach is mama inside.
No one says if how they begum.
Say,
Mama, you will believe so. Mama, you no more.
Let's not until you okay or sign for a fiscal.
Or sign Papa Bako. Now, if you are getting a bear for no one idea.
What's I have fiscal on your body man? Why?
Okay.
And then Alasa Hadi. Alasa Hadi. And we know Facebook. You know, young fancy.
Joe, why nothing about Kwame Mickey or the headmaster today? Nana Kwame Wefitema community 17 and Abre. Nana Kwame Pacho and some Kwame Diabe, Minsan Cousin Baby and some Faro. Oh, when the movie and Nimia Yad Mortina. Kwame Soros and happy, but all the band of pay the means and sound and come be and some far brantiano. Yet also the Amamo Sabi when he a how. Na unradia sebi o nyakopon eyi nipa obetima boamo ti enye easy cra. All right, Kessben 93.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra, DSTV 364, Go TV 121 and the cam say yeah. Okay, yeah, the nyakopon say when uluku sharp and pay. Nice one. Okay. Newton, say yeah.
Boko boss.
Ungo di bibia weekendi, boni bia weekendi.
Me shadem sa.
Shadem.
Fikra no maninka.
Okay.
Let me nya boni am di bat.
No nya boni a obedi.
Yeah, but let me to minti no me hwasa.
Okay. You to kwa ba sisi fia da ho. Awa.
Sergio.
So here.
Nyame adum. Eno many coach Hamza Kasai from UK no Simenchiao.
Okay.
Hamza Mohammed. Yeah,
okay.
Player.
You can see.
Yeah, you know say Simenchiao pa.
Super coach. And pay hina ye fa ye nya ntenten bobo so. Hey, what a PSG ultras no?
Yes. 3 fingers.
Aye, 3 fingers. Are you serious? Now what is it?
Yes. No.
One pa mu one in.
But I still think Vlahovic of find it Obinyane way out.
Ako PSG.
Yes. No, my agree personal terms.
No, you know what's America.
You know, and no in say here.
In of
Yes.
But almost ma onsi.
Almost mo onsi ho.
In his own interest. And son in Satiano me and son
say because of a celebration of tie or no as a plan so she go tie between Kosovo and Serbia fighting in 1998 and lasted to 1999 in the about 8,000 and over Lucy or more a life no be more so and no nama e be seen there say yeah she go so tie sa anti PSG for interest and say they will not welcome him and on bar enra and on the ban and a ball pack the princess anymore. So bomb between Zamians. I know I agree personal terms. Into a brand and me GDs overco. General. Supporters dear. On betting I don't baby. So my results
are ultras dear. I'm warning no. Your father light is out.
No, I'm not saying name and listen name and free PSG and over. I'm going fee or catching to free bobo. Was started training. On free.
Okay.
And general player dear, you only need to be mentally tough. You need to be physically strong and well prepared for this particular enema bebaso. E will team our person who see more kind. In as much as the ultras are ready to welcome him, I still think Vlahovic because you here Ska and he's their trump card now. He's the player a lot of teams they push for him, and PSG is ready to sign him to spend 70 to 80 million euros in the market for him. And Genoa, they are coming in edge now on also, but I think so. Beko. Okona performance ne koswania dinwa otres ne beto sa nyema nyina ego. We've seen players supporters ball muja o stadium after omo she goals na omo timeto bana ne koragu ye obi mu so ha mu betimi afaya wa oje trophy kro omo mfio. The Chelsea fans are there there Rafael Benitez no he won them the Europa Cup but still omo man impressed with him into the akanyina e Vlahovic the akanyina yo no
ena na pay ye chance de free me gidi yes obia o babia the interest wo transfers are now.
Story be
Story with Chilibia now the transfers now.
Me America. Transfers na. Stories na she transfers nim. She
Naro.
General.
Yeah. Winter baby.
Oh,
Bibia come on.
Bibia fine. Bibia fine.
Weekend.
It was a good weekend. I'm wrestling with St. Louis SHS.
Okay.
And the chance was CBN, Dr. Laka, Tom Kruger, Utimo. It was very nice.
Okay.
It was just nice.
I see.
The weekend, that was my main activity.
Okay.
Everything is fine. I'm the transfers and seminar. Bibia shed a new kitty. Uba.
Yaba. Newton.
In some Sophie.
In some of you. Okay. Yaba. You know, because in some of you, but will be at the Nico.
Oh, I seem be a kitty.
Because some of you pay for 3 years. Because I don't know the people.
I think
now, when you're there, Uncle Yabi, I know you're suicide.
I 17 new.
Okay. Newton.
General, I think Vlahovic on one pass him the man. Yeah, na FIFA catch players and they say Jumadia Moody no more represent you bia. That idea a best show.
Oh, yeah, say oh.
Yes.
So here is it. No, on for wing can
that be make the left side not so yes.
I know. See.
Yeah. It's a sign or message.
Yeah.
The interpretation is Kosovo wura from Ekoba or Moshe Sabia.
Okay.
So FIFA send message with you bra. So be go now be o boxer so be o singlet so ube message be a sell a divisional message be no FIFA so ompe. Na onim so ochena sem ebeba be so mu. Say dem panifo kan no nya da be tu enso atwa so fra no ebo atwa so fra no ene mpa fi be so. Mpa fe ne be si Vlahovic. PG for say he shouldn't come. Because of message, sending say Serbian nationalism, ethnicity. These are messages are a crumple be so. When a crumple another nation in Kosovo. So on no pass media come. He has to deal with that.
No, there's somebody messaging come on and answer he live.
Yeah, of course. Even transfer ya makra could be and can there be a jubilation the Bekokra? The beer.
So honest.
Yes, honest.
I know I'm player no go.
But a cryptic message came from Onon Vlahovic.
Okay. Make up ultras.
Yeah.
I'm from my PSG honest.
He's not the first player. Hernandez I'm catching someone in because by a share PSG jubility. So at long last. Now Hernandez I love TJC now.
Okay.
So
you know no crew say PSG ultras. Omu duebu. Omu yama na bruso. Ultras shas here from Italy ni ade no. Womu dia chese bi bia omuni mutimi huru players san redom de koye Messi omo ya mana bruso. Now the player is coming to you until what's the big deal? They know ya na owa we no ya e she obufono. Now he's not going to do it. So what's the big deal? Omo club no chance. Now omo club no omo ye local champions ache. Omo hears players of this nature. Now omo timi ahede ombe ye.
If I were Vlahovic, I won't dare go to a team whose ultras have sent a warning, such a warning. It's a serious warning. He will never be happy there with such a warning. Kofi Kaswakra.
Who's an Andy Kenyano? Baby, Andy Kano. So performance in here good, but you are human. Untuminya top performance every day. Into one semi show. Day now finance hadana betu omunka. Ufeli ba ko betu omunka na uko say ya mental toughness no is not mental toughness on the pitch nko you also have them in mind and ube komu pa na Vlahovic no ono so within him or certain feelings in tema oye de oye no now he's going to sacrifice that.
Okay,
a problem obenya on way the other options
and
we really personal terms you know
and never we push you out you can be a great player. So also you're a footballer. Now pursue be a ball no nimbo. Now we push you out. You can be a great player. And then Ronaldo
who rested him, they be an boost near this year.
Can never call.
Ronaldo man you fancy cry you can crab in the buff you.
See Ronaldo, Sanimo we were for baby he still perform.
When you're no one club play a fans a
Messi Neymar call. Encore.
No, the papa not it way.
Neymar. ne papa mi say
ne papa mi so woni GM no de 3 PSG
yes can contract
born say Boma fans ya Boma fans
na mtinema free PSG
oh Boma fans ni dey
but onye happy there
Nema say onye happy Nema is happy Nema ko kan is onye
happy
are we assuming he's not happy or we are saying he's not happy
Nema is a happy person in Paris Saint-Germain
Debbie, I want to know why you are saying
even if you see a happy Neymar playing on the field you see
and one of the last time Neymar played that he was not happy
with the option of returning to Barcelona several times dynamics in him
at some point Chelsea crap up
to see the Chelsea in album
well way options of
rumors
if he's Anania Tete can say then
you've not given me money to Neymar so he's not happy
reason and say Omar exploited the possibility of returning to Barcelona while his contract had not elapsed.
You are still talking about different Neymar. What shows Neymar is not happy at the edge?
Oh, team now you're happier. Oh, didn't come on and change
with a running contract.
When your contract is still running, now didn't come away the options of moving out. Actually, when you're happy, baby, I want to. If you a contract and a daughter, so Neymar is not happy. At a point in time, it was clear.
But not pretend this all is well, but not enkoyi.
You see, Ronaldo, they now can. Sabu Bunya, the opposing fans. If you are not Real Madrid, baby. No more.
Real Madrid fans in Ronaldo stadium. At Bernabeu, Zidane has been booed. Ronaldo has been booed. Still, our Real Madrid is selling.
Andy, at that time, contract was binding you.
We are talking about one thing. You are talking about Messi.
And you two things.
Player now can Ronaldo, Santiago Bernabeu. You Bruno.
And I make a
time
now no more. Now our team ni more work contract. A contract ne binding no. A year in money now. So Ronaldo be call Real Madrid. Now Real Madrid fans is so no. Or moon penna. He might not have moved. Into my example, I'm an example of a football player all call baby na fans ni so mum peno obombe huru no na so akwa deliver ba nya de all dada all ba contract de nete wo na game bi ehuru no
and
Ronaldo ankasa kranso no when he was leaving Madrid he came out with his displeasure about the way he has been treated.
Okay.
You know, na ubusa baby am fan there. Andrew Onana bedroom Manchester United.
Na me say me musa ona.
Ubusa.
Okay.
Yeah, ubusa.
Nebisa.
Yankwe.
But enye to say Andrew Onana banana nyina no say sipo. There are other things of the game necessary to come.
Okay.
He might not be the complete goalkeeper Manchester United decision.
Who the other side are in your
Of course.
I see.
Who bia. Oh here Abeka say keepers me bobi dia na bambebu ofie.
I see. The board no so ho na dey be
yes.
So Unana no.
Ondrui.
Enye kidigidi sa.
Ondrui. Or one class no ho. Or one ne fit distribution or the bro David Diaz so. Ho. But other angles of the game, the general who be able to me asre ya be baby ati we rasi ho.
I see. Unana. Oh, Ayas and I say
Ayas Inter Milan.
Okay.
Adi ba nyina Champions League no crowd nyina na BCA.
I see.
Yes, you can't be say football a repetitive action. It is a strength at repeating ho, say weakness at repeating ho. And it's a message Jibobia or the ban left, Anthony Jibobia and left, and Robin Jibobia and left no inverted. O called the other side a Coutinho Jibobia only baby or defa. Hazard Jibobia only baby or defa. A repetitive and say a weakness similarly a repeating ho.
A weakness and as a mistakes be now I tie back keepers the weakness and
mistake about you find error about 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we still say error? The same thing no.
Okay.
The same thing repeating on 4 times. Can we still say a casual error?
No, weakness no.
You understand, boss?
All right. To eba na fi watch bebre that's it. Awa. And now the ever fine.
Minim se oti ya wanonka this weekend ya.
Ya wano the say just narrow the
sorry the Africans.
Okay. Ya no say o Togo ni o.
Na dey ni still playing under Ghana passport.
Okay. Okay. Since I want to say poso bobo matugu say on am high you say the first.
One break or bash now.
Sergio, this weekend we see form. Or she hat trick.
Okay.
Mo 4-1 winner Monya over Etihad Alexandra.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
videos no me videos no. And Pichu the Al Ali Jeddah the FIFA.
Okay, at long last.
Yes.
Odomko FIFA.
Yeah, Odomko FIFA. Nti You better heard the details, no. And the other stories, Carlos Alcaraz, the new Wimbledon champion.
What me say?
Said you major say Alcaraz nankasa is surprised said you to be winning. Saturday me emphatic say obetimi aye na fade but Novak but honestly was shocking me. Major the
so fast Novak etwa no first set no. You say ahwera kwano bia na wansu. It's serious not many.
Okay.
Till say wetin be try second set no.
A game of athleticism. Nti you're younger. Said you to me running and quick feet and so idea I born pa. And honestly,
well to be fair tennis
was surprising.
Enjoy.
Why honestly, why
tennis edo
why now say you make us be okoba.
Okay.
Make us be okoba. And on Carlos Alcaraz.
Okay. Yakoba.
Yes.
We're hearing now on Zabe so
Antintam.
Oh yeah, Debbie.
But I said you would in speech, no.
Oh, so say one day to
have teaching best phone.
Or go a week to do. Come on.
Tell me the
okay.
Andy, you know. And I'm not paying that.
Unseeded player, no, I'm going to try to.
That's the first time unseeded player.
That's the first time.
Yeah.
No, I never saw throughout to be a child.
And you'll be
the typical African. Over to my years, thank you.
And I'm not paying that. And Crabane say Andrew Nana, a piano gentili. My friend Inter Milan players, no more technical staff say, I feel you, no baby PM, England, no baby Sina kind of my friend, Manchester United. Yedika born say 50 plus 5. A honey baby at Manchester United and Inter Milan agree on those terms. On my ready Sabranti and a baby PM, England. On Wednesday, and I also co United States of America and also joining the Manchester United preseason. You know, I'm needing to say the qualities and the errors now I can't game no or be LOTV so, but you know the reality is that he's a world-class goalkeeper and everything Hagnana Juma at his feet you love to watch him when he's on his elements. They open from a goalkeeper be Albania from this particular goalkeeper and Manchester United faithfuls now will come on. Few seasons and you know when Inter Milan just one season after or buy or be 200 of it. It is not easy. Say Africa goalkeeper beko team now to the captain of the side. Goalkeeper wada for a very long time. No ako displace no ako azumu position no ako born humodi in the Syria or some born humodi in the Champions League. A Cameroonian goalkeeper you can never underrate him. Let's see what he brings to aid my friend Manchester United. Italy wabi we di ka example of which there and then the move or the baby PM or Paris Saint-Germain. Team my friend AC Milan and so the last time no be busa about Abranti friend Yanus Musa say the deal na kwa kuti say Herbal no pay chimo. Valencia ni Abranti no sina kadema United States of America no Herbal no hrema. You know AC Milan and Valencia agree 18 million euros. Abranti no ebeba bi sina kan Ediama team my friend AC Milan and on a dealer Koso ewo. Newcastle for room Napoli. Copa Branti friend Quarabascalia. Na you know almost the 82 million euros. And aqua copy muso mokofa Abranti and so Mra Misiaka and family my friend Newcastle United. Edi can Kofa Sandro Tonelli from team friend AC Milan. And on the left side of the attack. So what shall last season before Mobe starting? Na Alan Saint-Mazim na nebo. But a cheolutu ni position na injuries so hano. Inti time omo ba be season no. Coach FN Eddie how move Alexander Isak to the left and Omar Kalu Wilson LED line. Now, omo pesa Branti FN Alan Saint-Mazim. Ono so nya deal from Saudi. Inti omo hwese omo be ma Branti any chance. No no so akọ na wakosi na kan Eddie ama Saudi club no. Inti so ono ko dia Abranti normal line up so omo de ba e ba be team your friend Newcastle United mu. I don't think Aurelio De Laurentiis bet here. So big Abranti no 82 million euros. because he's the best player of the Italian Serie A. And this all person of Abranti with the Badino. I want to believe that Napoli be expecting more than 82 million. And so I'm not going to Abrantino. I'm going to Siaka Eddie Ama Newcastle United. Liverpool exploiting then within the markets. Friday no and I didn't know a coba say Saudi for no Epe Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. Na Fabinho the omo koto no ewo Germany no and omuje ni mu say onka na on hwe so betim team na negotiate ba bisi na nti e kire say team a ye fe ni Liverpool ko a turn without a holding midfielder or a pivot nti omo hwe market nim omo pese omo ko Bayern Munich e ko fa branch e fe ni Benjamin Pavard so omo ko fa Benjamin Pavard dia net so omo push Trent Alexander-Arnold to a central midfield na Pavard abebo as the right back in other option omo pese omo san pie mo Manchester City no omo ko he so omo sabe ka branch e fe ni Kevin Phillips na wa ba bisi aka dia mo a since Friday ni ba bisi ne it looks as if says anointing for about I would say only 45 and I say 50 I am for Romeo Lavaya no Romeo Lavaya deal na bafem I'm a Liverpool share adoption so now it is Kevin Phillips or Trent Alexander-Arnold in at the midfield for team my friend Liverpool because Fabinho there bibia say obedia to na wakwa kusia kan e diama Saudi for no Manchester City, you know, this season so yeah one season I notice a City player away kwa, City player away kwa, City player person ko say, City player person yes say, and yet Bernardo Silva there, akwakoda, ka walk at there start e kokoda ba san start amachina, and clear banu chirima, ka walk kan yes the ache Bayern Munich, into a person shape Pep Guardiola. No, can say onya Bayern Munich obekwa kwesina kan e de ache no. Same thing have and as e call Edema Brandt your friend Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez to agree personal deal with a team from Saudi, but also share Pep now catching his intention to leave. As to say Pep Besson catching and say, or can the plans home for next season? Because we'll be in the season next start here. Mahrez say, bah, it drew the tail of the season. Mahrez, especially when it comes to the European competition. But he's one player within the City team where he's so consistent, where form a lot. Goals, creativity, pace, skill, and everything. But last minutes of the Champions League, you know, Bernardo Silva has to move position on the right. I who ride Mahrez baby. Will he accept to stay? And also on Beko, Akwakusi Akan, Ediama, a team from Saudi. And again, Pep Guardiola squad, no, Elisa says some of the players are simply not happy. So I'm better now because I told the ultimate lose position not based on your form, but rotationally. Pep epese bribia player bia bobi nti e be hwe meeting a omone Pep Guardiola ebehia no said e besi akọ Manchester United I extended a contract for Marcus Rashford now omode ne free 250,000 pounds a week to 375,000 pounds a week and no sika abrantie 25 years old a odeti between sika ninsa ebetimi aka e de bia se Franco Taka say eto de bia so beja player bia man akono so hwe de okofona ba na hwe adaptation obeba the way he needs to adapt to a coach chrono ho the tactical plan afa na obe grasp certain things within now oba be share there from a new environment who player na so performance who extending the contract na much better and so we call the transfer market now person ko a player or the caliber of Rashford obebu sa on say na obetimi atono PSG by some the 90 million euros ebefa no actually could do 100 but we rejected Paris Saint-Germain several times and no know how committed Marcus Rashford to a team my friend Manchester United and then you know as also come market for a player obetimi amount 20 plus goals a season you should be ready to pay not less than 100 million pounds. And United were brand idea. They can only hope say Uncle Prabe to say previously they are now, you know. But oye be fully fit or best stay no team concentrating on the figures, any numbers are or they met him a friend Manchester United, a good player. But you know, who sounds says he can't so for me 375 for Rashford Esson. But you know, the contract no extend dia code nimbe until you expect United, a big club, they want to keep a guy. I was see I come from the United academy, a homegrown player. Now name everything centered at United. No, Obepeso Obeman is our deal. No, Rashford is good. and I hope so beto aso abo goals no e de mama United said there previously oye edema omuna Harry Maguire captains in Omaji. Now also I disappointed. I am also disappointed because everything is clear. Say enya DSA team no omun kan kono or kan. He can choose to stay. But the fact of the matter is that you know so we a first choice centre back. Ne oba be a fifth choice centre back. E will say ohunu say team na wo mu no dina be na papa. Kan no na Man United e you omu team no. Na so omu bubo players are. Omu drew central defense at the first player no mebo ni di Harry Maguire. But ene Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, Vitor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, games ni bu kura Casemiro timi ko bo center back. Ni nyina na wote bench. Enti bibia kire say team ne nkan kono nka ho. Obetimi execute your contract na was stay. But the fact of the matter is that the plan a coach in the bony game no. Anyone try say will be improve upon your errors. No, about back to your very best. No, there's no way you'll be part of the scheme of things of Eric Ten Hag. And it's also a captains now. Most of the games, Bruno Fernandes now, and the responsibility on the field of play, the performance on the field of play, he has shown that he deserves to be the captain for Manchester United. And Harry Maguire can be disappointed, but the fact of the matter is that United a player who take responsibility on the field of play. A mature player who give it all on the field of play like Bruno Fernandes no Diama. And this Diamana is a step in the right direction. West Ham United, I say almost so a Scott McTominay. Now no so about Bisiaka Diamo because almost so ask Kanya Denis Zakaria and Fa Ato Milu and Fa. And now it is the turn of A. Scott McTominay. And the first time I was talking about some Scott McTominay, but you know, will United allow him to leave? Because Man United and so aligning have several players. A bass or move free bobo. It's early days yet, but July and Channel Korea. Ubebu sounds Marshall, Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, Jadon Sancho, and all those players a bass or more. Why not me free United bobo? Still, because of their wages, no, say teams in Ketu and Baba before no matter what you see their mom. So that is it for team my friend Manchester United. On Chelsea, most as you do Nana Genoa, still I won the cast. Me the camp can one and Sabranti and disappointed because of Niema Akoso any Bosha Brighton for the share no any baby as see a team na Baby do, but Omunina diatum Sabranti and Beko Kusia Candia about Chelsea. Sikani is 70 and at Chelsea are your mad so Modebeko. But Brighton are expecting more than 70 no. In TCC a honey baby Casanekwa omo behe figure omo betimi agree say equal near Brighton or that TV so you know of baby siaka dia mom. And me a bit surprised say Chelsea are reluctant to recruit midfielders because the game is played in the engine room of the game and Chelsea a team na ohona general e quite them finfin. So the earlier thought ball in the Mranteno, a burn in term, no makofa players, a dear battles in 51 for me, the better. Harry Kane.
Oh, you're careful, Kakra.
No, you know.
If you see by now, so no see but to scan gum. This time, no, you're careful, Kakra.
Oh, you know, on say,
on to two scanning rooms are beam.
On say, Nisika or to gum. Yeah. We can disagree, but at the point,
you two chairman players be by
you know, and it's can be a trebias out. Transfer market, apart from McAllister Liverpool Yan for Fufuno. Why not to play out on it? Dominic Zobo's line. Liverpool got on 17 the NY. You know, the NY. Declan Rice 100 plus. What are Declan Rice the NY? I agree, some of the players will overprice, but that is the recent market. Sanity so be out on a Dintiopa. Barcelona agreed to sign Ada Goulet. They could call any omoko ye meet him a branch and agree bibia. Real Madrid overpriced the player and signed him. I agree Todd Bolly was new in the market. Only Jorge Mendes. Only Rafael Pimenta. Only Dimitri Seluk. Only Jonathan Bennett. Only Wagner Ribeiro. Into one and they're fighting the way through. Only Adam phobia. Because the gurus within the game will be our friends. Into all flow be some for play amrewa umbre. Into now, but you know, so the plan or the call for those players, it was so simple. He wanted to discuss certain players on board. And again, some players now and come stay normal bar within the summer market. Musa wants and Catholic Bolly Benya the pulling power to pick those players, and I know. And for me, those were the reasons or sign Broto because that players never brought to me. I still don't know why they signed Nodi Maduke. Because now I believe we say, in as much as Hakim GH, a mind a piece of free Chelsea. No? So when the Kasa you know ready to play, Nodi Maduke will not give you better than what
Scar de Kofa Mukale Mudrikinum, okay.
Nam
Now his car or saying was our place.
Tinam see those players. You know, Sterling for 50 million. I didn't know what to scale. No, you are talking about Sterling before his performance. Sterling for 50 million. Sterling was Bobby Bia. In European football, what again?
Or City.
I agree. Send on a performance and to say the Etienne. But you are talking for 50 million for Raheem Sterling. I've mentioned other players. What have they achieved? But they've been overpriced. Into the recent market, no. Senyame Buana Kunya 35. At the same McAllister, you are good to go. You know, player better than also Kwakofana. Manchester United for per Ramos Hodgland, or 9 goals per for Atlanta. They won 70 million for the player. Dusan Vlahovic, or 10 goals for Juve. 80 million euros. And almost more deje.
Okay. It's Yandi Kakra, Mfumanum Kakra. The Chelsea, you know, minimum on my council. But my dream is on my council, so red. Not red, this is scarce. And never you need to determine how I'll be spending on the market. Baku ye wu sika wo. And baku ye financial fair play they were spending that. In just 1 year as owner, Mr. Todd Bowley has spent some 600 million pounds sterling. A basa, a sesa ton na one with 2 wage bills so now my space bar a fee as I spending kakrebi. I suspect Chelsea will be experts be more warnings there. Senior, just 1 year, 600 million. 1 year careful, here this transfer window. No. Chelsea activities or the backward transfer market. No. Are restricted by financial fair play and commodity. And Senior spending so much last season. Now, or total or since players in a long periods, 7 years, 8 years, or share any muse beer. Because normally financial fair play no UEFA they be every 5 years. Enti we yan sa gidigidi tobe bra as a chance of subsequent windows untumi spend kese bi. Because spend kese financial fair play be B2. E betima B2 do level say bi kura enkoye fine. Na fe dey ban from UEFA Champions League competition. Enti and I'm suspecting Chelsea are not spending so much because one, they are cautious of say financial fair play and I think that the holding midfield of Moise Caicedo is a priority. It is our limited budget to spend that it be obe prioritizing honum. It's the reason I've never understood why Ten Hag prioritized Abrante and Messi Mount instead of Hurricane. I was thinking that Sani Sikana 120 na no so no so Toby and San Odi bi aka okra no sen kodimu 100 call for Hurricane na fi wo twen other options it would have been good. Maybe omut system na say omunim dynamics no omunim akire nkomo no nso more obati ani aka akire no say look we are there Papa Daniel Levy on ton Hurricane mamu
player na amade ma no sign wo Old Trafford.
We'll see in June.
What the man will sign every?
We will see in June. June of July we.
But Zaranko still on the FFP.
Yes.
I don't think there was any team in Europe on my very good business than Chelsea in the last 2 seasons. Big teams, yeah, need in so goes on play 4 every teams. But so okay, FFP, you look at the other side of it too. How you spend and how you receive.
Yeah.
Chelsea are receiving close to 178 million pounds. And
178. Okay. Everyone is when you pay 200. Cut free 600.
No, I agree, but Chelsea team no. Zaran why on midfield no.
Because to turn a boarding and na do mo turn
yes, but
but can never near soppy.
I agree, but I'm saying that player teams na yeka financial fair play no omo ton akone kura no omo ntimi nton.
Yeah, and it's true. Man, you
yes,
classical example.
But Chelsea team aton, it implied that they will have that balance sheet for the FFP. But you know, Chelsea cannot play the season with Conor Gallagher, Moise Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez alone, unless they are telling us Andrew Santos will stay. Yes, almost catches Andrew Santos will stay. Everybody have 4 midfield. Compare City midfield. Compare Liverpool midfield. Compare Man United midfield. Talk about Newcastle midfield. Talk about Arsenal midfield. Arsenal for the Herbal, Declan Rice, Herbal, Kai Havertz, Eka Odegaard no, Omo Jorginho, Patton Koy, Omo Sao Lokonga, Mohamed Elneny will come back. So they have 8 in their central zone. Liverpool for no se Fabinho kwa, Omo Beto Biashim, and they are thinking of Trent Beba midfield, Dominic Beba, McAllister, Henderson is still there, Thiago Alcantara and Koy 5. Omo Curtis Jones will have Elliott 7. And you know, teams now no more competing on more in excess. Midfield in a game when you're bono. And you cannot stick to Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, André Santos, Moise Caicedo alone. And Kobasa Chelsea will struggle. And I want to believe maybe Omar relax kakra within the marketing market. Somebody 1 or 2 players. But Chelsea need to buy, especially when it comes to their midfield.
Supporters in the crisis say striker and still are any adults still on Chelsea.
Chelsea better striker, you know. Okay, the Omoyena. It looks likely say Ada Pochettino will play Nkuku as number 9 or Nicola Jackson as number 9.
Wow.
I'm not too sure Chelsea will go in for a striker because Vlahovic Diane Chelsea within I say it's not part of their list. Scan around. Striker be now Chelsea kofa. I'm not saying it's a Binio, but clearly say Mudrik born or Coburn under 21 is anything to go by. It implies Pochettino will give him a chance. Christopher Nkunku is proving in terms of goal scoring and a consistent goal scorer in the German Bundesliga. Nicola Jackson is likely to give you 7-8 goals a season. And those players in Chelsea are likely because Sterling Befan right, you know. Mudrik Befan left, you know. So it's likely if Chelsea decide to go in, some person who boom game money to Nkunku dia. That implies they will go in for the magic square or the magic quadrilateral, the 4-2-2-2. And then on my body is to now or Leipzig. And yes, they are Chelsea struggling midfield. And a Premier League, if you go in for a direct 4-4-2, your midfield will be empty. You are only going to have 2 central midfielders where you are ordained to receive and pass and so a bit of visionary and creativity. But you know, other players on which may recover your stable defense. So looking into the market, strikers need to be Breo, Kolo Muani, Jonathan Davis, Pedro, Ramos Hodgland, and all these players. But who's a Chelsea
All right,
General, sitting here, I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but I don't see Chelsea project no more.
Okay.
Who you? My dream said they needed
this season,
a target.
Targets in a tough one.
I think Chelsea needed a
struggle here.
This is Chelsea will struggle. You see, Christopher Nkunku no, and he said on your traditional centre forward.
Oh, there be.
I know say Pochettino you're comfortable playing a false 9.
Yeah.
With him but that was the problem of Chelsea last season.
Okay.
Say target man unim box ni mujina obe creative space born by no why kuku ko mo born no their net. And almost all the top teams have a number 9. Enti no be a hwe anim say Chelsea be kwa akopɛ number 9. We Kai Havertz na kofa Nkuku ba.
Are you even looking at the top? All the teams have a number 9.
And
all the teams.
And I make say almost all the teams have a number 9. And sa problem ni hu the last season say ha Chelsea because Kai Havertz and na say any day obeba bepe bo ni bia bo. Nti ball no munya goals ni nche. Midfield no okay. Then cometh a new manager. We are not seeing them prioritizing a goal poacher or a number 9. So I still think that so replacing Kai Havertz with Nkuku, you haven't given any assurance. First of all, every Bundesliga first of all, a proper number 9. And I will be a bimpa Kai crowd the Obama on it team no when your premiership no experience. You have a good number of players are free different league on first season. A new manager, a new attacking force, somehow new midfield, Chelsea has a lot to do. And the problem is, Oma sa players do sontem. No man part of the pre-season in Temwa. Obesa started on probably a weak note.
Yemfa transfers this year na mo ba ku bi am so fi.
Anopeya na Oreo unisika wasema ya Barcelona. You know, anopeya Girona could training but mama the chance omra Barcelona may medicals. Basi a replacement for a Sergio Busquets. Gundogan and me and said because they think you cannot rely on Frankie Dion too, and they feel Oreo is a perfect fit. 31 years from La Masia, Wako rounds. At the point Chelsea imagine say obey one of the key players for Chelsea. One good season off, so about P. Girona, and finally Barcelona episode Mokofano. So what you say Pedro? I see there's no latest on Kylian Mbappe. PSG for instance here clear. And now no paying a PSG players in report. Already Omaka saw mu here João Felix. Weekend no Jorge Mendes a friend Luis Ocampo Senko or Fano to a João Felix or Fano to PSG. PSG is the baby or money dano and João Felix asem into a moon here no Chabrantiano General Sela wakansi nsimwa onya enya team. Joseph Pedro said there was no latest on Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid for the actually on the Omaka chance on Tana and none she saw I say on Tana or bomb the 100 million obemano. But PSG are not happy. Almost percent man we are on Mbappe share no almost settle on this issue. Almost stands near clear. You stay, you renew, or finally almost sell you to other club.
Okay.
General Mbowe, Armando Broja.
We now hear about us. We now hear about us.
That's why I'm banana.
Basa.
Mimi unise nenka wasom kope Mitrovic for a short term.
So Mitrovic was Saudi.
Mitrovic
is underrated.
Yes.
He's a man you cry and see last time now make a chance Franco say only play also Mokofan.
Yes.
Obema Bibia
for short term
Obema Bibia. I never had them crying baby aqua before. In Timpani for not just a bone on bomb beating me up.
Well, General, make quick comment on. I think the best news I heard in radio, when I heard say Harry Maguire was disappointed. Say I captain some band. And your band in the Geno and put a do. Yeah, we disappointed.
And I also disappointed.
Like honestly, I'm disappointed. He's disappointed, but I'm happy he's disappointed. Why?
But you know, I want to tell Chelsea Maguire.
And then I'm
starting.
No, but a free sell can't ask him.
And running no pain.
No, I've seen it at Chelsea, one of their sites.
And no promise West Ham, Tottenham, and Chelsea are the teams are Omoye. Many just say Maguire disappointed because now me fear and say so much captain Samba no cry. Obey and who's or better fight for the place. Until uncle. But now that he's disappointed, the signal is that he wants to leave. And the way out that statement he's prepared to leave. Because clearly the wage bill no is so serious and one so no team. And the Beba Befano. Into the fact that he's disappointed and probably he's desirous of keeping his place in the Three Lions, ebe may be what an aketu Tottenham or maybe West Ham will come good for Harry Maguire. Clearly, United should just try and get him off the team's wage bill. It's becoming a distraction.
Oh, quite a faso amodemo stars be a faso transfers we know having
General
Maguire and David here.
The here there. I think it could have been done properly. For example, I feel that Nanka there should be an occasion David here. A Vienna fans and a Bojin so the last match Nanka kra no ko.
Only in year cra.
Dear. O pass contract no esun
yeah, but
come man offer and almost I withdraw offer no man relatively smaller one. What I say? But you see, a football. Sometimes it's a Harry Maguire, they may sure pass it and have winning balls, and it's so difficult to look at him in the face and tell him this. But sometimes you look at the project, and of what use would you be a captain? Now a fifth choice, centre back, now the team, now that's your captain. No way.
But you know, just if you want to be a big club, these are top decisions. We team be a big club. Typically Real Madrid. He come for Ronaldo kwan. It was unpopular. He come for Sergio Ramos kwan. It was unpopular.
Yes.
Omo kra de set me fan say omo de omo so omo nya time omo ka say ohwi ye kra say na no so so. But these two key players, very crucial, omo triumph in recent times. It was unpopular, but look at the state of Madrid now. I agree David De Gea situation at the United and treating. But Maguire there is long overdue, you know. What's the thought now? Maguire West Ham will be better.
You know, I'm a training college and a marriage counselor to be catcher and say, so chimpena. Now person in Jaya. And found on the crab fast in the Jai. Star on in be Jaibia, obedi yaw. Until you throw your dinner on in the Indian Emperor, no yet. It is a bastard to say, Ujaya, Jai. The person may be better, whatever.
Yeah.
But once you are concluded, you want to quit.
We are one hour for 2 hours.
I say I was told this by a marriage counselor. I kept it.
How do you Juma?
Of course. Time now near Trimpinano. Near the Juma. A do baby no fees and moawa. Say, oh, wait them yin say I hear by I dare now we and papa.
Decision making in life.
And if you think it's the right decision to do at that time,
okay,
take it.
What did you be?
The person may be hurt.
Okay. Well, I said,
wait. Your program.
No program.
We're generally very key decisions in life.
Yeah.
Won't mean take a decision.
So James with me before we should Jaya.
Yeah.
Until with the mama pep. If you have to take the decision, take it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready to drag away case you kumpa, but what you ever see? It was here. In time, so almost really Messi.
It was just colorful.
Say, really no PSN tell you. Say how.
By expectation.
The way the difference, man.
Different.
The performance.
With 20, no, 20,000.
Stadium.
You're free.
Imagine 3-0. Without Messi,
Messi Champions League and now we are consistent in the Champions League. So the expectation no enye bebre sa. But when it comes to the marketing aspect now, Park the Princess is around 52,000 plus.
Yeah.
But I had 19,000. Okay. Yeah, heard the Messi beat him in the eye. But team no
one thing so say PSG no, and in he's 2 years older.
Okay.
Than when he was unveiled at PSG.
You see?
It is it. Minimize your expectation.
Now, Safo Jemfi, and then the birthday. Safo. Yes.
Black president.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Black president. Safo Jemfi, no. Around your
president.
Safo and Safo birthday. One really
special.
One really bobo.
Oh, Michano.
Okay.
Michano, but Michano Yepa was Senegal 92.
Okay. Black Stars.
Yeah, Black Stars.
Yeah. Matches are nipa fini dano.
The match me also be GD yes our boss no Jojo no. Anyone share rolling.
Yes.
Those were the times are now for nearby the Black president.
Yeah. Or matches mass and
be bad things, good things.
Black Stars.
He played.
Oh yes, do be at the kind of
yeah.
Apart from Senegal,
yes.
Black Stars.
As you call Egypt, now commentator no Safu Gyamfi.
Safu, because Supreme Council for Sports in Africa.
Yeah.
Black Stars in Liberia. I'm going to say Liberia for Morovia. Satana Sajindo. Safu Segu na not in just number na coach Sajindo. And him say no good no the channel.
I could do 2 months. Sajindo
those
yes. It's just on military rulers
on phobia.
Rollins at that time. We are Rollins.
Safu baby Amagana soccer ye papa. Now after crowd or say more.
On this Aquaba Nadium baby.
Okay.
Mr. Isaac Ayeba.
Be a pokura.
Okay, welcome you. Ike, a very special happy birthday to you. Ultimate keep faithful, you know. Okay, wish you coach.
Yeah, the best year, Nafi, yeah, the Draka Crabby. Saforo birthday. I'm for more name the number. I'm friend. I'm wishing a happy birthday. I'll be a day. I'm Ghana soccer. Ye, papa, and the Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Currency Ventures. Zahara Herbal Mixture, Zahara G Herbal Capsules, Hindi Herbal Mixture, Nafi Zahara Man Herbal Capsules. Even at the same.
Boko pa the general.
Go pass. Kajakumu amafoti you.
Sajo medase ewo akunya ode amame na mechia wotie for na machia wahwefo nyina na mama obi biara kwa aba characteristic ye ne di nupa eye Zahara Mixture, Zahara G Capsules, Zahara Man Capsules, any Hindi Herbal Mixture abedwa so ho adanse ene wonders ye dro ye di ade yensempo na ye dro eye Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G Capsules aye dro waso a ebo obi biara owo weak immune system. Samekase weak immune system ene sen obi wo ho a so oyare a edura obi e no ma ne ho tono no ono nko anom sa dro na onya ayaresa edodofo se wo ho na wotesa edura onya ebebusti immune system no amonya hodane a woda esisen obi wo ho a adechia no pampo na osore akona dwuma so a na dane asem na dane amane ene de ama no odofo wo ho na wo sa wo ha we mu a edura me kamfo de ama wo ebeboa ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G Capsules yedro we sa yedro waso a eboa obi biara wate infection so wo ye bema na wo ho no wate ndam yare bi te se gonorrhea syphilis na ma obema hi na ma obema fon wo ho a onum so a na jonso e ka wontantem wo jonso awie no so no bo se wo a obema mu bo pe bo se insufita efiri obema mu ba wo ye bema na wo sa wo ha we ma edura me kamfo de ama wo beboa ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G Capsules bema bi so wo ho a wonya gonorrhea ama ensansan abegu ne bema no ho wo bema na wo ha sa wo ha we ma edura be yi wa firim ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G Capsules oba bi so wo ho a enam yare infection pa na adwene ama ohwa a sebi na ensuo egugu ne nkaka na pampan wom ohwo so a obonsa egya no sisi yale oyoba na sa situation we na wo ma edura be ma wa hemfie ho achi yopo ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G Capsules yedro we sa yedro wanwaso a se oyoba na onya menses or say nya 5 days and 7 days na dakoro pe na o menses na twa edura menstrual pains bia onya ebeboa edura ebetima ma o flow no abaye pa ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G Capsules yedro we sa yedro waso a se osa pa etetewo se osa eha wadwene se osa ama oda untiminda se osa ama obunyina hyehyew se osa ama wachinkasai etwetwon odofo mesrawo pe Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G Herbal Capsules awo Herbal shop pharmacy shop licensed chemical shop bia ebenwo enu ne yedura ebeboa na yabekọ ye memedro no so na say dro we me koso a bema bia waso bia hwe na obonitrinko because onim de Zahara Man Capsules etimi ye uye bema ne ye fro 1 minute bema udi boania ne waje ma bema mesrawo edura beboa edura betima mo agina so pintin pa ene Zahara Man Capsules bema bi so ho a me sisi yale agena boso sisi yale hada adwene sisi yale entimi ma ne mo adwuma wo mpem uye bema na sisi yale tetewa edura me kamfo de ama wa okọ Herbal shop pharmacy shop licensed chemical shop beboa wa sisi yale bia tetewo ebeyi na free ho ene Zahara Man Capsules bema bi so ho a ne nkomwa no entimi entutuo uye bema na wo low sperm counter edura me kamfo de ama wa ebeboa edura be boost sperm count no ene Zahara Man Capsules enu ne edura unya na onom no mienu anopa mienu anumre mienu anopa mienu anumre ebe boost sperm count no na mreye bia oye wompam a ya to din 1 minute bema no ebe yi ni nyina e de afiri ho e de amaw na yebekọ ye edura ye fre no Hindi Herbal Mixture se edura we e ye dro waso a otofo bia odwuma wo ye ugine gya ho anasa ugina wiamu che o se unya Hindi Herbal Mixture enu ne edura ebesiesie nipadua no no bi ho so a malaria fever pa tete no malaria fever ama nanum nyina ya nwonwono malaria fever ama na aposo ewe no odafo wo ho na wo sa wo ha we ma edura me kamfo de ama wa ebem wa 3D ni nyina afiri wo ene Hindi Herbal Mixture obi ho so a typhoid fever pa teten order for say typhoid the how adwene typhoid ama onipa ne nyina ye hyehye typhoid ama uyam nyina atwetwon typhoid ama me say obedwen say obimpo na ato odro order for me srawo pe hindi heba mixture enu ne adura ebeboa wo obi wo ho diabetes esichire yale teten no esichire yale antimi manenda esichire yale ama oda jonso na o jonso esichire yale ama ne so tia na etie order for me srawo pe hindi heba mixture ekira kwan no bi wo so a high blood pressure pa tete no order for sa wo check o blood pressure no na o blood pressure na ekosoro order for mesrawo pe hindi heba mixture ekira kwan enu ne adura wo de ye wa aduro na onom toatoa so a ebeboa a stabilize o blood pressure no pa amwanya hoden order for me their phone numbers ni betudwa ebia na opeye no ibi aton ana se nkomo bi wo ho ofre ye beje wo so 0246 34 83 34 0246 34 83 34 0248 56 93 35 0248 56 93 35 other for ye dra e feno Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules e boost to immune system SL2 infection bia se te se gonorrhea syphilis ene ye dra ye feno Zahara man capsules e bo be me bia wa ye mre ya to ne din 1 minute be ma amogina so pintin ene ye dra ye feno hindi herbal mixture e bo obi bia la malaria fever typhoid fever diabetes and high blood pressure pa etete no obenya bia to e wo man mu herbal shop pharmacy shop licensed chemical shop bia e wo Ghana ha no other for pay no ibi na obeye adanse medase the general
yenso ye bedase pa na aba for mo friend numbers na ibendia to dwa no na mo ne Zahara Forensic Ventures penny for a doctor for eni nkomo we American yade wa moso no ombe ye free on tentem dia ma no mo di nkomo na fi there's some de ma obi anso omo de amount. All right, yeah, to also the amamo na Kessben 93.3 live on Kessben television. Combat prosper we are next Techiman Ahmadiyya Hospital and then your birthday combat prosper next Techiman Ahmadiyya Hospital in I wish you happy birthday baby odi identify any day me boa intimi ensure okay later na onso ye do de abro ye to so de mamo didi Akomadan Senior High School wo the way by Abdullah Musa later be hwe ono so de no na fe yakan na ye hwe message ade by I think we have to applaud the excellent job of our Black Queens coach Nora Haptel. She has handled 4 matches so far, won all, scored about 10 goals without conceding. But the aforementioned stats on any day is a mark of excellence. And I pray the media played a spotlight on her job. Let's limit the negatives and exploit the good side as well. Also, our Black Stars Management Committee Chairman, Aminu Shado, Black Stars Management Committee Chairman. Who is Aminu Shado? Team manager. Okay. Has been trending since yesterday for his pronouncement that our senior national team will have been better if Otuado stayed. Boss, when a man starts praising his ex-wife, then the current wife has many deficiencies, and Aminu Shado, per his position, in the Black Stars, his pronouncements carry weight and can cause havoc to the stability of our team. Boss, people around big personalities must be measurable with their communication. Okay, Didi, Akomadan Senior High School, then also the Abba, I don't know. I mean, I don't see what fit Otuado, Zanoka. Oh, okay, I see. What can I say?
Otuado Tuaswa.
Okay.
Kaibenya stability.
Okay. In the I will have a transfer. Na fi honsono matimi ahwe kakra e de amayen Sunny Sally ready message ba ye de twen kwa miki so the local source no ebebre. Not all people can develop thick skin. Most of us do succumb to hostilities and territorial threat off display. For me, bad beginning means bad ending. Vlahovic should look elsewhere. The window is still opened, and there are other suitors to consider. Good morning, Sunny Sally, message, and soon you free one tentem a day, no. Yeah, Takwa, watching you live from Takwa. You guys are confusing us. Newton and Andy said Onana is a perfect replacement for the here. And now, Newton is saying a different thing, that Onana might be a problem for Sir Franco Naro's Manchester United. Gasconi, and anyway, Ifri Takwa Abreye. All right, Wankasa, Osi Owo ne negative side. Okay, or a very good goalkeeper, I know kind. Ne mom, ne nanso kakrebi I know what some and all cano. So ultimately perfect goalkeepers are. A blissful morning, Sergio. Arsenal has now gotten rise. They can choose to make it a mutual, the love or whatever. My darling club, Manchester United, will mount on Mason Mount to win treble come this season. Glory, glory, Manchester United. That come in cancer. Achim Asene una the way and so abre.
Sergio.
Yes, sir.
Adika Babetuja se Pichu Musimani atro Ediama the Federation of International Football Association. FIFA Global Football Governing Body. Na ninyina ekoba se ohe nejuma okodi ewo Saudi Pro League side. Omoye newly promoted side from the Saudi First Division okoso ejumanumu less than 1 year eno timima omo qualify Saudi Arabia Premier League eba be shasie this season eba be basono watimi di omo qualify no seju omo terminate ni contract unilaterally no what it means say omo kwa no omo terminate ni contract without as omo ne na antenasi anko agree on a mutual consent and adina babe baso. Apart from that, seju over 6 months salary arrears. It was your mutia. And only the reason why the legendary South African international, who has been also a coach, wow, a lot of exploits, wow, a lot of achievements on the CV. Any ne adia wa yina seju omo yini amase say wako Al Wahda in the United Arab Emirates omo league na eba be basuro, but watro edi ama FIFA anti. What it means seju se FIFA etimi koni krata mu no mo koso na bibia eba so na odibima obenya some compensation from Al Ahly Jeddah. Unse one of the teams are the Saudi Arabia omo public investment fund through said omo promote sports. Okay. Omo secure 75% stake no. Omo so team no ka ho. Okay. Ono team no Al Nassr, Cristiano Ronaldo mu team no, okay, and Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia mu nyina ka. Those teams are Saudi Arabia public investment fund ababeto club no. Okay. So these are the issues Pichu Musimani ejuma okodi so okodi seju ejuma pa. Okay. But they had wanted a coach or global appeal or experience, so that's the reason why Ekobasa. Away from that, Sejo Maduka Okoye, Nigeria #1 goalkeeper. But since AFCON 2021, that round of 16 gamer, Omo boy against Tunisia lose on that goal man Nigeria da. But also Okomeki a move to Watford and Pranswe di Ninyapa the whole of last season when you quite under too much of Omo games Omabo. And Watford is being owned by the same conglomerate alongside Udinese. Opini Gianpaolo Enaneba Gino Ewo Watford. And so those two clubs no ewo collaborations pa. Even last season Adam Masina Morocco left fullback no every Watford eko joining Udinese. And a few wins so Ababe Toja say Maduka Okoye, Nigeria's dependable goalkeeper who was born abroad in I think Netherlands. One of the players as I say and also every Watford akwa joining Udinese Calcio the Italian Siriano, and these are the indications Edikan ba Riyad Mahrez in Sema Edikan Canada already Andy Edikan boso and Anopay and Al Ariadia, one of the news outlets in Saudi Arabia. Ediababe Toja said we agree personal terms with Al Ahly Jeddah, which is Pichu team now. What tried Yamamono, but Pep Guardiola wants to maintain him due to the fact that say way free Gundogan, so he want to shift Bernardo Silva deep role midfield. So no be Riyad Mahrez on the right side of City midfield. How things are going to pan out in those coming years, those coming days na Ebabe Basono. We anything Yasin Bono oye dependable Moroccan goalkeeper osaye Sevilla goalkeeper afi we ohadwuma so a wadi amamu winning the Europa League, being part of the Moroccan setup omoye record, the first African country to reach semi-final of the World Cup. And say indication about say Luis Enrique Edia Tuja say ohiano and anopena RMC French news outlet Edia Babetuja say ohadwuma Gigi Donnarumma edima PSG na as a Luis Enrique nani sheda nche. So that's the reason why he wants that Moroccan shortstopper who is around 32 years and say Joe go dionim go da pa. Honestly oka one of the players me tipono to win the Africa Footballer of the Year I was basu this year based on the exploit ni modimbo goalkeepers here omo to the bia yemfa ani enkom modimbo omodanedi due to some of the fact that as omo nye the ultimate goal but ohe saves omo ya seju very very important. And Yasin Bono, if he moves to PSG yebe anymore only Gigi Donnarumma who is going to take the top the goal line, the goalie we no place no who is going to take. And but said the kan abano seju Luis Enrique ewo jidie ewo ni mupa we are nisin chai seju meko the Wimbledon championship na final na e course and no Carlos Alcaraz after going down by 6-1 in the first set no ebat strongly winning 7-6 winning 6-1 losing 3-6 in the fourth set, and then he bounced back strongly to win by 6-4 in the final set. So yo na me say meka asembi in my initial remarks. Unim says since 2002 after Leighton Hewitt winning Wimbledon nipa 9 pen na debia mo winning tell enra Carlos Alcaraz enebe winnie. Eye Novak, Andy Murray, Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. So Wimbledon no alternative between these 4 people mabonyina. Since 2002 Leighton Hewitt winning. None of any other athlete biana timia winning
21 years.
Yes before Carlos Alcaraz ebabeye. And ukoma Roger Nkwa winning mu 8, Novak winning mu 7, and Nadal any Andy Murray so winning mu 2-2 apiece. So Carlos Alcaraz why a massive job. And Sergio ehenimu agents who nafa 20 years omno so betimia my number of Grand Slams pa. So to me twice honestly Sergio at least obebiti Pet Sampras 14 Grand Slams. So to me twice say because say Roger every the scene mo enche Nadal ni Novak be free mo Stefanos Tsitsipas mo ba any Daniil Medvedev or mama some performance kakra, but they flatter to deceive. None of them have been able to win a Grand Slam. And he is said to be the face of the men's singles going forward based on the Modimba Wadanedi over the years. And after we know 2 Grand Slam titles. So Bekaya last year no winning US Open and was winning a few way Wimbledon. Last Grand Slam which is US Open. Whether so bit me for Makita Vondrousova and then Ons Jabeur. Honestly, I was a bit disappointed. Ons Jabeur ne performance or Danedi. Na me hear him so bit me winning. So say I caught 3 Grand Slam finals. Ningina walusu. But Sergio, her time will come. Time no dey beba.
Time no na so we and odidi agro ehun e wo mu dudu. I know I never do.
Yeah. Time no dey about.
Unseeded player.
But who said
no akra no respect her no the man before.
Yeah, Oberman respect. Even though she's unseeded. But Sergio 2019 obo French Open final. Mika Makita Vondrousova. Oluzu only to Aiga Swiatek.
Okay.
Ebedru maybe na ne more injuries so by a man who unseeded. Honestly, one of the ladies at least what Grand Slam final appearance that before say Obabe
last year Wimbledon Okoho as a tourist.
Yeah. And this year what emerge as champion.
Oh, come
on. This is how things are going. Right. But you minim say what here? And a former Kotoko striker Michael Vinicius Susani Kampala Capital City Council.
Okay.
Michael Vinicius Obeboma Kotoko ni Fabio Gamamo Nanseyano. Yeah. And our joining Kampala.
Uganda.
Yeah, wako Uganda.
Okay. All right. The best ania class ko make the local stories no bebreye na and then so Michael Baden etai Efro Kiki and your birthday Sami Edubuachi ninua or Plainfield was Chicago America mem. Okay. Kiki happy birthday. Na minshira no nyo kese wati na favor bia na kopo onfa ema happy birthday Kiki. Good morning, Kessben Sports. In fact, your program has made me lazy because I can't go to work without watching your show. You guys are goats in sports presentation. God bless you and your work. Kobe, Udwevia Blekuma, and so Abre Yen. Yemfa other messages amode aba na fe quickly. Yemfa dwumade no dinano de aka no yemfa enye afisem enko a. Okay. Is there a tournament for the Black Galaxies before the season begins? If not, why are they calling 96 players who have lost match fitness and use 3 days to build their fitness? Didi Dramani should stop and start it at the beginning of the league. Crucial Raul Udwe Ifri Tamale Malshagu and Abeka programming and so home. Yeah, shall we and so the mason is building the mountain, Mason Mount all the way. Okay, you know, you na se sanity and say enkoyesa. You should explain to us the negative side of Onana. We don't want to hear anything. We are okay with his performance. Ekis, anyway, every kaswa and abre. Man, you force among person but bia the afa Onana ho. And one say omo pen oya there and omo signing no. And so and no. Messi has nothing to prove again as a footballer, be it goals, trophies, glories, etc. In fact, he is to me the most consistent dribbler, goal scorer, and Ballon d'Or winner. Yet in France, he was rejected. Now that he's gotten himself a club in the US, I wonder what will happen to him over there too. Pastor Mauli Edway Efri Apiedu and Abraya. Mraso, Sir Kwame Mickey, Eddie Local Source, no Abraya. Mr. Champon.
Back up now.
Say yeah.
Yamadaro, you are welcome. What didn't be there?
There, debut. So we
Kessben,
yes, awards. No, I said I can't cry ever. And Jafina, the Academy answer, Babak Keka home. Nafi, television names and assembly break, when never cry Keka on the Buano. Neko.
You're sending message, you know. I'm so updated about Didi Black.
Okay.
Because of Chema, you know, I start here.
Okay.
And I think Galaxy was assignment until so started so work on. Like never start in September, in July. Someone has started exercise in July. I'm trying to come in September. And so now why exercise? And I don't think it's going to work. When anything I hear, anything I hear, oh yeah, you know, or fair place, you know, and it's going to look at them in batches. You're going to look at them in batches now. Also, I appreciate it. Say off season.
Okay.
A lot of them. Exercise could be an ebimunye. I don't start pre-season. I'm 19 or call me batches now.
Okay.
But the assignment cannot wait for the start of the league because some of your features, no one your Ghana calendar, your calendar, your calf. No, to more qualifiers as we start. The coach need to work. That is the reason. He was monitoring your ball leg. You know, that means most of the call up is found by time I know monitoring time your ball leg. You know.
Okay, Henry Fortin, the way from Nima Accra. Maguire feels disappointed. He's lucky he hasn't been arrested too. He's caused us a lot of damage. He's caused a lot of damage to the team. Henry Fortin, who do we Ifri Nima Accra and Maguire Accra and Chinitum. Okay, Kwamiki.
Yes, you know.
Obama headlines in Kakrebi.
Yeah.
Mempe details this year. Later on, the
okay.
Meko
bechem Augustino Kraba na se him fan obeko.
Okay.
Ye de hon sema wo do de beba. Ene se coach a oma confirm officially oma confirm the next coach. Tamale City so general omo say omo ye ready to do business with any club. Omo play some of the both season no. Upebi bia no. Obe miti omo they will sell because Honor clubs no kopa. Black Galaxies general say screening list no group 1 omo konne. Ye de won sama hodo enso de beba. Abdul Salam Yakubu was a new Dubiasa club and a president. Was say the GFA elections no say change eba because football no air sink. Ye pa was say a sem say Ghana football for kwatena say no me ye as good e dey free a league no mo no ho alaje can be in some other tudwa was say obi man one reason ba ko pe Dienti ono ne Vincent so wodote e was say omne has omne egu has obi mo one reason pe no mo kan say 2 seasons ago na has ni management na has ni CEO resource no na etesen players be no mo sign ni omo ye de won sema hodo e de beba aminu shadow enso de sema hodo da to say sabre matches ye ball national team ye ntimi nhye ni nyina
okay
dienti e na wo kasa nsem no
na no kreso akasa enka esen ko maintain otuado
o say enka maintain otuado enka ai
okay the consistency na the Black Stars okay the amount for message on the ba no see that did now your team na Black Stars
na wo kasa
na ya wo kasa say ese otuado ngi ni say yini free hodi obi afufuro obi aba there said a coach awon ni ye adwuma no o pese o kire say
yeah
so who say message
messages idruwa Ghana Football Association the Premier League fixing the fundamentals part 2 at the aba
okay
and also see bewrem winning other stories and the aba
in 2 consecutive movements the FA president has introduced Mr. Michael Osekere as his personal chief of staff first one was the day he was introducing the newly elected executive to the president of Ghana. Second was at Qatar when he was introducing his entourage to the president of Ghana. So now, why is Prosper Harrison Ado saying a different thing? Prosper claimed he is his personal advisor. Okay, nana dako as na do a free and cry bre yay. Yeah, but our interest with local stories be one
of course.
Okay.
Saminu Shadow Kansan ye break I want to read around it. I'll be so surprised.
Okay.
I'll be so surprised for him to have made that comment now.
Okay.
And then
come to me and no Eddie Komoso and Kamani Bejipa Biana Omoku to out of
a contest.
Be at the country about the Casano. Yeni nim komo kame nyano kra live na nim komo na nchirim kakra. But I create confusion kakra wa mafo
it will be good. It will be good.
Me drink komo kakra. Ni what? Scientific Herbal Hospital. Me no mo nim komo kakra na fi yentoa so why fa no pay. You look sharp and so yes.
So why fe?
So okay. Na dey na mo dey bray no pay. Chale boko dey.
Nyame adom chairman.
Aha. Tia but the voice heavy pa.
Jena me chia woni watie fo nyina. E me say last week and last 2 weeks me ne atie fo chia na ye didi nkomo bi na ye kasafa ye mema sem ho na I think some manfo any gye ho pa ohwem pampanimfo any animdiefo frɛ me na omoji afutu a anase ya na eye me ehye me nkran bebre enti me sese obi biara o wasa problem no still na kwanya ne wo ho ne be da asa akomu yie na ya se hunu obi ho no ma ne be ma sem se jo de ane hadwen pa ne se wadru mpanyim fies wadru mpempenso bi a enka ade ani gye ebeba wa wie mu anase ebema wo fie na wo dwodwo ho no na fe that time na wota nya sa erectile dysfunction no aya na hadwen pa enti me number no 0244 08 76 87 0244 08 76 87 0244 08 76 87 ebia wati Dr. Nimonka wati menka se me nyankopon na me so ye niema bebre opese oba maso ho na me hye na me boa wa kumase wobehu me atonsu Monaco Junction me ne adansi rural bank no ene di nhwanimu atonsu Monaco Junction me ne adansi rural bank ne di nhwanimu opemi akra so wobehu me wo Kwame Nkrumah Circle Futurama Dynamo me ne NS chemist wholesale no na edi nhwene mu say jo general na ye kasa last week ne ye kasa fa erectile dysfunction na say ye beko erectile dysfunction no ensiran ka nyankopon say obi biara owo ho a anase onim obi a owo asthma owo obi onim obi a owo asthma a o say asthma no atena ne so ache wachinia enko no Dr. Nimose Nyankopon Adom no adru a Nyankopon Adom e free se me started the asthma adru e ma manfo bra me stay madwuma yasi no obi biara ni hono ma obi hono ma na almost 4 days bia na onya crisis no so since then I started the medroom man crofo obi eni hono ma wakwa ba beka said asthma no eda so woni so biem enti se wo obi a owo asthma anase asthma atena ne so acha general ka che ne se ombre ni wa scientific clinic na memo no eba halitosis dia nyankopon adom ahanom kumasi ya Ghana hanom de benye so obi enim se adro ne sen obi a sent woni obi hono ma owura waso ye hokora na onkasa yo enso ewiem ho nyina na sent aje obi yes obi wo woni trim obi wo obi wo sinusitis obi wo bronchitis na de aba aha ni nyina oba ye de nhwehwem ye o machine ye de behwehwe ansa na ye be ma waduro kwa na ye nhwehwem ohuru ba bi efiri ba ansa mesi de bia mekase halitosis aduro opa na me beto nchia after 4 days after just 4 days uhunu biem da bia me commence after 4 days no so say stop say eba eni kwan say uja aduro ni nom wo so no makopim say 2 weeks na me de be ma wo na obe no maduro no ebesa na me after 2 weeks no I can assure you say enya de a obi be sire ubiem enya de a obi de sa haw no ebe sire ubiem efri say nyankopon adomesa achede ne pa me number ne 0244 08 76 87 0244 General, ade I had join party say sebi wadrum penim fie so na branka obeji wani no na erectile dysfunction abetu wo kwam afi be masem no entimi enya adwuma da bia meka say ye wo different types ye wo desire disorder obi wo no ma atenka ne mbakra atenka na say da bia meka say ansa na be ma be sori agina so no adwene di mu akotene na send this informations na hormones su di mu akotene muscles wakoma moja edi afusani edi mu akotene ansa na apeja enti be ma na yekese ne da bia meka se moja enegina mu no enti se moja sem ha adwen a obo se be ma no entimi enfele ne ye obo se ayese peja ne mu na ayese ensheda emboa na ye wo arousal disorder obi wo hono ma ne de ensore kra yes that the last time na me kire okakawi age na me sa kire say ye frɛ bibi kotre more aya me the last time I no kasa dem who say ebi kra fifi wo pavement na abosa isu pavement no kotre more yes and na be yes adwuro bi na ne bema no ensore kra o se ne de ensore kra me number dey 0244 08768687 obi honum so etimi pagya ne mu ba yes o de call ba na ho ana adwo okay yes enu say ebi wo no ma da bia me ka kire say ebi wo kra nya adru na me kire me wo ne ma bia me kire wo kwan me de be kire say yese na udi so pepepa enya adru na me de be ma yankop oh yes enya ni say jo da bia me ka say enya adru bia ne ma bia na ye adru antina ni why scientific clinic hanom ye
ko sa de ne do so pa
yes ebi wo no ma enya adru hanom obi won ma ne di nkomo na akasa nkomo na ne di na akasa hu ba bia problem ni free ba yes and then the last time na me kire wade bi say obi wo no ma na ade ne nsore efri say aduro bi ye de fra membo edin wa ha ye de fra alcohol
okay
na the last time I met say aduro no man for start no mo no me yam sheme
ye de fra alcohol
yes ye de fra
oh yeah alcohol ala so mo no ma
omo person munya oba bi no person ne da na omo de say aduro na fra alcohol
aso
yes net me gina so ache hajwe common common na o yare a utipa oni ade no na omo ta no but say o ko to say aduro no omo de ya fransa no manom na be ma na gina so at the end of the day me sure boss say abros within 2 years be ma no ensori bi
wow
I'm telling you say abros within 2 years be ma no ensori bi
you turn drugstore
yeah turn drugstore yeah turn baby
me boys later no mo de
na afide so okay hajwen da biam ka say obema ne nsori a ehun nya sa no mu nuro keke wo se odi ye hihihemu ni ehunu adekurenti e basa obi wo honom kra nuro bia anonom na akofa sa haw na bre no obi wo hypertension na pressure binti no nye ma binti at the end of the day na bema no if side effects no ebi no obi wo honom so a no no ankasa stress wo fie wo se wo deal with it ansana
sure
aduro bi kwa be ma na aduro bi aboa na wetimi aboa no enti ni nyina da bia meka se enya aduro opamia me number ne 0244 0876 obi orgasm disorder obi on man ne be ma no sorry ne ho ba enso nsuo ne ma ye fe no espemia ne ho ba wote se ne ho ba ensunsuo ne mba eno normally ana fertility issues pa na ana ehun ye obi wo no ma enu nti oni ne yira tena nso until so obeyi be ma no kra hunu se nsuo ne ma no ohunu onya feelings no nsuo ne nyede emba ne nyina kasa de sexual ade bia ma obi wo no so a one oba ne da na ono be ma na nkasa oti pain oba no so eti pain ha ye woni ma bebre bi ho kra na infection e woni ma bebre ti ma sa ne ma ne nyina ba wo sa problem na oba betimi ahwe abo and obi also inability to control timing. Yes, we say you were break so only oba eda you were never be a ye di control timing. Okay. Because obi one ma wo check tinga oba na je and ne ho pre no at the end of the day one je ya.
Atene content.
One je ya koba ni a obegu hu ani ma se. Enti ni oba da bia mka se nya duro bi wo ya be tro se ye say this say ne ma bi wo ho no be tro na watimi control with timing. Yes, na watimi atimi agina so ache eno de anya aduro obakra be frame kra betimi ayede acherew ebeboa wo pa ena sejo da bia me kase se me kire we nyina na man kire ne ma bia betimi aboa wa ha adwen pa hwe me de aduro bi ya ahaban bi de aduro wo ya so ye ho enya bibia se aburo aburo ahaban na enhyehyemu akire se Dr. William Passini cry as research in the last time I make say a containing what we call tryptophan. Na tryptophan no ye ade di adwene mu akotene when it comes to sex na edi adwene mu akotene uyo obi a utadi aburo aduane anase aduro bi a ye di aburo habanya ya sa abi etimi boa adwene na eboa for sexual drive no eno eye baako eye researcher eye timi eye proof na niam bi ti say anka any vegetable say pineapple ne sanema no enema bi wo ma eno sutimi boa vitamin A, vitamin B, any trobromide, any those or enema bebre wo ma etimi eboa ema etimi ema abema no ede ejina so ena sejo there was a man who stayed near friend Montezuma. Now the last time I make say or 60 60. He was able to satisfy all of them. Now, my researchers who say, na oyobia at least every day biano, not one no cocoa drinking 50 cups or no 50 cups of cocoa. Wow. Yes. Na ejishemu me who said the entire money yes and say sa alkaloid any your friend say trobromine is any mana e wo cocoa mu no ye ade etimi boa ema mema etimi enti eno so ye nema enuro na ye no ya so ye ho no edi mu akotene pa ena ye wo ahaban bi ye friend Midfield Midfield and also so hono man ni nyina ye de ye nuru eboa moja circulation ya sa Midfield ya nkasa etimi contain what we call mucolate and also boa ma liver no etimi edi akotene because liver no be my sem ni nyina liver eye de eka ho enti ni nyina me kasa o problem bi a me number ni 0244 0876 pair the adam meba bi mechire about pair dates ene enema bebre na mechire but ye mre ni so enti mema na bobo obi won mo si doctor be ma sem kwa na mo ye wo ya so e ha na da bi me say general me dia dance ba ko ma me bre ba ko bi obi ba me ho ofiri sahwi na one ni kunu peba ena me shemu na me hu se ye nhwemu bi ne ehunu se tubes no ma block ena me waduro bi a me ya me de ma omo na ayi enema bia aboye blockage bia wo bia no enti wo wie na me de sa haban ne sa yi 5 pen de ma no na imagine say general obi ofiri unim se onyim ye ya ofre me no ena wo ka kire me se omukodi omudi matem last 2 months no ending no and no buy January me say last Friday and no friend catch me say say 4 na me de man na okoye no Nyankopon adom okoye no yesi bonyam wow enti January de bia me ka say ye wo ho say ye kusu esu ya de ni research e bedurum lebi no ye no maduro biem enso so ade bia e ha ye bia no e betimi asolve amaye
okay. Right, Chairman, number is 0244 087687 0244 087687 87 bia wo de diabetes wako ache type 1 and type 2 amepacho ni what scientific clinic you kumase ya crowd wa ye twen wo anaso bi no na stroke na ha no aka wato form ntimi nsori a mango ahaban ni koko ahaban doctor de nyema be fra na fe stroke na aka wato form no watimi asori asan so agina na so bi mu na also na ha wa da bi e ka se also ade na bayifo ni ho hwe emfa nkohye be yie se bi anajo na sa ahmachi ade echi no na wo so wo sa ne ba no also bia no doctor ni mosibra typhoid na ha wo anase eyo ba be ma wo ho ya mudine a eye ni what scientific clinic na obeba enkran ye wo circle interchange no ase ye ne wo frutorama de ni mu ne ns chemist abro sign no na die ni mekuma ase nso atonsu mo na akọ junction juada ediko si da me da bia doctor etna se ya die bia ha bia de china bia no me pa cho fo ni chire mo ni what scientific clinic senti e wo so ba ne se doctor Penny Okase bi pa cho oye medical scientist o ya ban doctor ankasa ya oye adwuma wa ban ya sabia na nim die suahunu nyakopon de ama no ono akasa nso de bie na ya sabia ho de abibiduro na oye ho adwuma ni what scientific clinic yo kumase ne nkran number ni ne hia eye 0244 0876 87024 0876 87 na ye beje so
ni what scientific herbal hospital Baujo Moti Omonka mon friend numbers no na omonimo eni nkomo de how bia de oma mosukra no ombe ye free ho ententem de mamo na enso eno yet was so Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television live yet was so Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television live ewo enkran Kessben 92.9 Awal Mohammed now can
ya no goes no ya no goes no ya afeni I ready yeah
me ya no goes no
o she hat trick we second goal no cry ka mum co first goal no
okay
me had to that pass from the right second goal ni o 10 ya no then the left a Kelly ball no share
go to net
yes and third goal no so called the win against Etihad Alexandra nti ade I course no and in Finland so one Ghanaian be Kingsley Oforin su share go be in a 1-1 draw against FC Lati. And also on it Terriegbe, that boy now be ball under 23 championship a course Morocco ya. And no take ano Emma FC Lati. In that 1-1 draw no I course no.
All right.
We di kan show mona ono be take him and despite getting injured around 80 something minutes of the game, say you or winning the man of the match in that game no. Omo share white nanti. That was the goal now. Omoba be Kingsley Ofori, 21-year-old boy of SJK in the Finland League no. Eshe our take ano Ediman club in the 1-1 draw against FC Lati.
All right. And yo, our Mohammed Abetres our players he goals almost sharing over the weekend. Quickly, Kwame Mickey.
But you know, my message is free the Black Galaxies. What my suggestion is the Black Galaxies and Chebiano. Na ye baba ball a year qualifies, and I'm a coach Masud Didi Dramani. What on inside the fray a year players I would draw from the Ghana Premier League, you know, any Division 1, any leagues I would do a boni na no some and share companies. So divided team no into 4 a year groups. One more a chassis. Ne a biko. Na for Wednesday ebi so akọ eno ne hihia coach Masud Didi Dramani wetimi aye Frederick Kasari Felix Chey Joseph Adoni goalkeepers defenders no Kojo Asamoah Augustine Japan Hamid Abdel Fattah Emmanuel Edusiam Konadu Yadom Nuruddin Mohammed Yusuf David Pra Dani and Abdul Nuruddin we any defenders are wato ne sa afromo okom midfielders and so Kwame Adom Frimpong Prince Kwabena Dogbe Emmanuel Ejay, Abdul Karim, Mohammed Sadat, Michelle Otum, attackers in Samson Eduku, Gebrabona, Richmond Lamte, Prince Owusu Kwabena, Hafiz Konkoni, Abednego Tete, and Isakuka, we and a place outdoor. Coach Masud Didi Dramani, we invite you more 4 a year the Black Galaxies, a year screening Leicester, a Dikain, Abetujano. Yet also the Black Queens of Ghana, Coach Nora, and then the Mbaba one Omuguso prepared for the return leg, and also a Baswa Cross Sports Stadium on Tuesday. National so said the Black Queens of Ghana first leg, you could PMU, and so I will Guinea, a Koshomo by 3-0. 3-0 and a team ekosho return leg no and so beba so echenam 4 p.m. Our Accra Sports Stadium and the Black Queens of Ghana and so ebetimi abo. Yet so our insamfo from Ghana Premier League and so say no fixing the fundamentals of Ghana Football Association. One the part 2 aba obekaya last season part 1 by clubs no a benefit year papa. One must also share the aba for a year part 2 one more ebe boa a year Premier League clubs one more Asia kind and so away league and so bekaya abra GFA president Congress ekosono and all this and share one team ayeni nyinano and so ebe toja yet also other stories man ye fen in Mr. Ransford Abbey or no executive council member na say and all the toja so GDS abre no e was say ye nyina timi agitum na yetimi boane football no yetimi ema no eba back biom was so GDS say a lot of work and was say but oka say GF no enya de GF no money bo awofoma also kan hunu be bia GF omo sabri omo ebefa e football no e de free.
I'm saying that in properly analyzing and evaluating the issues, you always must look at where we have come from, what the situation was, and where are we now. You can always strive to do better, but we always need to appreciate the depths that we've come from. If you take domestic football, I don't remember the last time that we had such injection of corporate funds into juvenile football like the KGL we're having and the festivals that we'll be having the last 2 or 3 years. You know, now if you look at this catch them young refereeing policy and all that, well, every time focus on just the development of the player and coaches, but we forget that even when it comes to refereeing, it's an extremely important thing that you also need to have a strategy to deal with it. And it's not just about the referees who are working today. There's a lot of work to be done, but I'm saying that in properly analyzing and evaluating the issues, you always must look at
and some Mr. Ransford Abbey, what they are to just sabre o kasa GF ni nyadia o so kan hunu be bia o mefa football ni free sabre o mo elko menim ye papa ma memfa we enso so alaja kambe ono so kasa wo se sabre gidi se amanfo se ono ene Mr. Odote ene egu has wo se wo kasa no man reason ba ko pa ama gidi se ono ene Mr. Vincent Odote ene egu has.
It brings, it's like inciting supporters on some group of people, which is not the best. Me, my friend, I ask people every day, tell me one thing, Alaji and Odote, another so-called Ndena Mode Amaya, Aki and Popo. Open country, me say, hey, Alaji, muye say, entina timunum kweye. Before the beginning of this season, last season, would you have written House of Folk off? Then why? We did one of the best recruitment. The media, everybody was so happy. So then what is it now? What was the cause? I like just want me and Bobo Anna Odote. I mean, let's be fair with ourselves. These are some of the things I'm saying.
Alaja can be a has a work board member and the same way at the Tuja. What has a work last year and last 2 seasons has no many CEO, no many management, necessary resource a buy no be any and no dear Alaja can be enemies to Dote or more Anyashi.
Sorry, Monfa management in 2020-2021, you fall the whole caps in Bibiana where we having a CEO. I mean, football has gone beyond what people are thinking. That is it. Wow, there are people behind. A lot of people, I will call them, they are parasites on this our game. And so they think they need to do 1 or 2 things, so people will think that they are working. But how can somebody tell me today? Say, as like Obibel Kase, Togbe doesn't know what he's doing, or Alaji Odote doesn't know what he's doing. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. You getting me? Ubeka, let's be factual. None of us is above criticism, but let it be very constructive. When you have the point, bring it out. Bring solutions. And every day, none of our radio so. Hey, I like your daughter. Aki and Popo. Almost a team.
Alaja can be a board member at the Macras work in some general where they are tuja and so no and no Kodancha Abdul Salam Yakubu so GDS a breakthrough say GFA a battle near Betua. I will say change a by football no as sink.
Bibianya, Menjuni Bibia say and one is a media will be any instant when I have been lawyer and baby I may want to one and then Namifi say omudi football no be different level but menu na be witness say football is sinking sinking me investor me invest minimum there the administration ban say nema ko year me okay because obi ba there no be but nema ko yi which is nema no ejigu and say ejigu nti me feel say still a changes nti bibi e bia no me there say there na area me one vote which is me there me changes.
Abdul Salam Yakubu, a new Edubiase club and president, and this handsome way. And I say very sad. Say as good, pa, but as good. A collapse, sir.
I know me, but only say I can't win to make very sad, very sad. And Yama, the as good, some of our league no more any chance, but as good, very, very sad. What do you know? I want to say, yeah, with as good, pa, as good, you think it well. Administration will go as good as very headache.
And someone Abdul Salam Yakubu dia to the administration way a sad so mo go as good when collapse as good and so I mean we shall in some bread to but backward to the GDS national teams no sabre no I was saying nyina botre because national teams no wo team share matches nyina kakrakra ebeyi.
For me, the most important is are we taking on board the lessons and making the right investments so that when we get back to the top or being back to the best that we can, we have it on the sustainable level. I believe we are doing it, but of course, as Ghanaians, we love our football. We want to win all the time. I understand, but we need to be also very patient. We need to be patient. We need to understand. First and foremost, admit that we are not at that level where we should be expecting to win.
But you know, Mediama Sporting Club, Egusua preseason, Omo Egusu because and so on the 18th and a Mediama about the first game and so our CAF Champions League and no Ekwadanche, a China and a Dreams FC so woman she said there to some special preseason. I say ahead of a year more Confederation Cup matches I would do one so but general. You have a few stories no enfancy.
Okay, still I'm interested or I'm shadow voice in the Okay, the Black Queens display is a clear example of players being picked on merits and a desire to make something for themselves. If the same standards are applied to the Black Stars, we could achieve greater things. Lawyer Adumakun Kwale and anyway, and so Breye. Eric Bakwi, we will be a Michelle Ye Papa. Sir, so this hat-trick too, they bought the goals for him, right? Let's cherish people's efforts. Because goal scoring, not easy task. Eric Bakwi anyway, and so Breye. I mean, Kumasi heading to Water Brankasi for a mission. But watching you on my phone. Okay. Karabe Bakwi the other
by. Talking about player, man. What's it? I don't know
what kind of hat-trick now. Shama Ismaili over the weekend na. Or just no so your Tomana na goal scoring in that form. To be sure goals are.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Mamin chewe. Manyan chesa ko Tanzania and also Yanga. Commission match be at coordinate match be one.
Messiah, me abandon Kessben team. Abandon Kessben team. Me abandon Kessben team. And I boy. It's okay coverage maybe abandon. Interpretation of abandon team.
Wow, and also about the match be as
no.
Africa be there.
Over there, you know, Yanga now is like a model club in Africa.
Okay.
So not necessarily in terms of success like trophies, normal. But the way they run the club, what I say, the professionalism, normal they run the club. Young guys are speaking now. I will see you out of Zambia.
Okay.
So there are Tanzania as well.
Okay.
In the past, they've had a CEO from South Africa. Oh no.
Younger, yeah.
Yes, Awajai. Now they have a CEO from Zambia.
Okay.
My friend Andre Minting. On the CEO.
Okay.
Club no, the president tells me, so boy, say true supporter mobilization, and they raised $500,000. $500,000 supporter mobilization.
I see.
That's what engineer tells me, the president of the club.
Okay.
Then no matter no catch me. So boy. And I don't book a review hano. Omo enya revenue of $830,000.
Yeah.
$500,000 na making you. Omo enya revenue of $830,000 as revenue. This is Yanka. Which is not bigger or different from Asante Kotoko. And that is what they are doing. And over there, omo what they call Yanga Day. But omo Kasamo can't think Swahili, whatever language they speak. Omo different. If I show you the invitation letter, I'll be matro.
Okay. I see.
And the deem it said the people they are inviting across the world, they are inviting me as one of their guests.
Oh, okay.
For this year's Younger Day activities. And the day, it doesn't go like that. Oma invited Kaizer Chiefs of South Africa to play a match with them.
Okay.
Because the supporters must also see the players and see Oma activities. So between Younger and Kaizer Chiefs, Oma match on Saturday. And beyond that, there are a lot of activities. So I just want to be there.
Okay.
Now, me participating in the activities. I'm who come first one. In terms of the revenue, and it's almost here. They're giving me 3 different jerseys. Mama, 3 different jerseys.
Okay.
You see the quality of the jersey. For this season, jerseys we use no 3.
Okay.
No, we share quality. And they say the jersey is here. I think there's something to be learned from them.
Okay.
Oh, I think there's something to be learned from them. I'm not saying say maybe a Tanzania football giddy. But they are doing something right. Yanga, Simba, Azam FC, they are doing something right. These 3 clubs, they are doing something right. Probably no. So no nyina kra na pese obi hunu abenya ho nimdia na benya ho adwene a few of them betmenya ho adwene. Until when the president asked the vice president to speak to me of the club. Oh, my hesitate kra na am to me say I will come. Maybe I pese me hunu he said we see around no ma so we see different. I think it coincides with say time a former client Kotoko and say be as 31st August 1935 I think it coincides with time of former club normally August and yes August no more but also August there's something there when to me about July to July 22nd and the clamors of the Younger Day activities now but simply put Younger Day Young Africans. Until I would seek your indulgence or permission to go there now.
Wow.
We almost have abandoned Kessben team. Go to do private. We run a private. We run a GF and CAF. We run a private more.
Okay. Yeah, 90.
I should be there. I think March 22nd.
Okay.
So I should be there by 20th to see with the preparation in normal. Because also be a witness to. And no mana omo a day ni nyina how omo run no. I'd love to engage more. No man come for so omo run omo club no.
All right. Franco, I remember how cry.
So what you team no?
Oh yes.
That times I told you.
Yes.
Omo goalkeeper Dama Mali national team. Omo a lot of international. DR Congo striker. Omo a lot of internationals.
Okay.
And omo what are they doing right?
Yeah. Sika
Yeah, but what are they doing right to attract Sika?
Okay.
So what does it?
Yankomrai na fi yehwede nyina enjese ko Newton Lattes ho na emso onana asem na okokan no amama you fans no bu ofu kakra
bi ompese omu
I say dey be bia ni ho a obenya bibia perfect.
There's no goalkeeper who is absolute.
You know omo ntia say obo kire omo say wasan na say de ba de
onko fa brother train pa
timi komra na
o kama just
okay
mami quickly. You know I didn't kind of say am say o hwa we hu trophy we Kessben Sports GPL awards no some of the trophies the Bema winners, according to the programs manager and paying for. Already, best goalkeeper, best defender, best midfielder, best foreign player playing in the league, best attacker, and then the best player of the season. The technical study group, the team of the season. Then after that, we'll have the discovery of the season, and then dedication and valor. Players in the league in what check consistently at the top level. Then eventually a date will be announced.
You know, goalkeeper now.
Goalkeeper,
I think it's the longest serving in the league. In the league. If anything, yes.
The consultation is still ongoing.
Joseph has been consistent at the top level. From Azakes, I think so.
Extremely consistent. So those are the things that I also maybe a channel and answer. Say when they get it good, we'll give you the team of the general. Quickly, I'm say Niamano and Mebubo so no match you but my minion brief. Mete amino tape no. I say Mzanin Semina was that say you maintain Utuadua and better off. Na Utuado yen from Sobi any idea or you be our learning on the job until he could have learned on the job and would have been better off. I think that say any other person, this commenter is not an issue. But somebody like Aminu Shadow, who is supposed to be a team manager of the current coach, Chris Hutton. The team manager is, of course, under the head coach. My dream say Aminu Rifin Hokakra. He should say so ajitum say or yet radio interview, TV interview, public statement only be like on only personal opinion instead of the team manager of the Black Stars talking when you are talking about the national team. The moment you are talking about the national team, especially the Black Stars, there is nothing like where Meme Aminu Shadow me comment because your opposition be cry can century non free interview.
Apparently he has said that in the past about Tuado no. Into your Black Star team manager no call referred to. Laka opposition change. Especially when you work with another person.
Now say o boss it is same we are. How would he feel? Would have been better off. Meaning would you to see a situation here when enye and I say ye nu ye ho impose fan because kemu Tuado try wa ama Chris Hutton a man ke bia your baby passing near way. I think a little advice to my junior brother. Onye careful with the comments because the Dibiano original Blasters team manager there. Only personal opinion. The opinion on national team issues, he will be addressed as the team manager of the Black Stars of Ghana. And for me, it's an unfortunate statement. General, I can be say, Uncle Formano, Ibako, I actually say, Omuna Emma has a conform. Na 2 seasons ago muji league bibia no money management say ya no mo ye no e no mo de je ye sa statement we me no kire say you are the helm of affairs enti say you are the helm of affairs na team no on the final day and a team ni survive relegation threat you don't need any other evidence to say that one are responsible for say team ni conform because 2 comments na kire say mo na mo run team no management be any baby ayemo enti se team ne koyi a abasobo ho aye de bema mo se team ne nkoyi ne abo league we has a D12 final day se onya draw brekum ansa no wakamu a one ye gitum ye bebi se won se enema ekoyi ema has e o park ne so ana se nkoyi de nkrofo era ni team no one ye de so bo bebo mu e na won nsem a wo kan kire se ye mo na mo run team no so if you are the people running the team who else should they go and blame? So Alaji and utie ni comment in the vim now I think every day obenya access to the microphone or are they enemies to themselves? But unfortunately nobody is calling him to order. Until Mz Alaji or field day obekoso anu akoso. Makase na no high supporters no bekwa akoyinhye mu I think this week or so. Na you say ye den bebewie no Alaji Akambi's name will be mentioned severally.
Ebeka kusiaga.
Asem ni nyina ni o. Ebekwa kwesi aga
togbe dobanu no
oti otogbe nsani faso togbe pechaba oti nsani faso
ebesi aga that is the question
and them say supporters na na betumi
actually edobanu no
but seriously football team yeah the nipa na ye enti It do baby I do fed the fair for. Sometimes it do baby cry. You don't.
But also has to folk supporters and can't dear back. Why I just say onuna emma team no cost. See, yes, I never has to.
And some of question
one.
Utie no no comment is involved in signing players because so many run it team. Into involved in signing players in a season where a number of foreign based players in Paba born man to me amo.
The season before this season. Na no de eko yi ndi obi anka wi
eko yi no enkofo bo na baso nye na togwe ko kan say mrebi o ti say Di Maria bi apie otachiman o fa akan bi abisa no hu na akan bi otachiman dada aw mo bo no baso
to ye yi ne fa
Togwe has always not like a campaign or can Joe can supporters
and me pesa make say eko yi na mo oje fans no say eko yi no has J double near there no be amono so bo enti say eko yi
dia was he praised that is the point
eko yi awon be blame you once you are the helm of affairs if it is not going on well you be the one the people will point accusing fingers at
okay Nigeria say I don't know oni omo nya dwen da
say me sabat to the end the makana say
yakoba na fi yahwe the akano enso enyina say me fa commercials kakra me ba
na Newton so unana
Newton say so so I say unana na mo hu fi say mo chia mo je nkwa no enti sa da
goalkeeper mu Messi no
okay
be no be 5 seasons are onya mistakes we benya a collection of mistakes
o say a trot so a unfriend mistakes biom I say same error not twice
error prone
I say weakness yeah
na make I say Ofa Messi, Ofa Ronaldo, man of 5 seasons. Wait, man, your chances are within 5 seasons, better 10 or Massaining until you can go and get a collection of those 5. Now they are about to say Messi will go share, and now Ronaldo will
go share. Even who's animal in the plaza the local source no. Now Munira to Abdullah. Abdullah Amidu, do not friend coach Camarade.
Okay.
And the bar. Or a law student who KNUST.
Wow.
Camarade Barono. Wow. And then the birthday. Asokwa Namoro Football Academy. Owner. The Baba KNUST. And I'm about or level 200. And then the birthday. I was happy. Munira to Abdullah.
Deportivo for Nasabet.
Okay.
Auto Deportivo Division 1. Deportivo as our relegation.
Okay. The Munira to happy birthday. Why? Na nakopon shraw onyo kese emaye. Yentie someone for aka yentie voice na we okay. I mean shadow voice no.
Oh no, if it's
see they say yetia
na listen but the be our viewers in tea.
Okay. Oh yeah. So no all right. Yentie I mean shadow voice.
Made this very public. I believe that we would have been better off with Otoado continuing because he made mistakes at the World Cup. He has never been at that level before. He is somebody who learns on who takes lessons out of failures, and I believe would have been better placed to make right decisions now. But that's
all right. Yeah, Kwaba. Nafi the other stories in Abremo. Still, Onana Newton, I say.
Obi anya na de fefefe no kan na ono akontina obeka won de
supporters
na bisa na man for better sesa
e ko basisia
director for Hasifug.
Yeah.
But your bumwa practically who is working.
Okay.
And then Andy person referee.
Of course. And your card is true. Because the hand is to me post but no be busa question me. I say those times the African Cup of Nations the 4 times na you know. Na facilities. Infrastructure BBA any any TBDG. Now this time around, your facilities, your pitches, your way. Munyi say place na asa.
You can intimate.
You win never answer that question.
Ozimu nyine say plus na asa na de ko Mohammed the fit kra. Aho facilities do kra lo. Yentimi.
And Kwame, just simple answer to it. Back in the day, football was about talent. Tia 7 years pa. Into near free African Brazil. The rest of Africa were watching. Into over the street of Kotobabi, Dansoma, Taifa, Ajiregano, Osu, Babia Bekono Bier Bobo. So Fatafo, Ofa Krofrum, Ofa Soame, Ofa Breman, Ofa Pankrono, Ofa Hia, Ofa Mamponti, Kenya CBC Teka. Over for Bier Bobo so easily. It is easy to pick quality players within. Now I assemble more with time. Back in the days, now players didn't to come baby, so it is easy for you to come them. In Tina before the 1978 AFCON, you had a players in the call Brazil. So we had enormous talent. No, bien TBA. And Kwame. Again, we had exceptional coaches then. We had coaches, sir. Maybe people can raise concerns about certain influence, but the players are more picking. It is easy. Say Okona who Abdul Razak, na who Kofi Badu, na who Papa Akwa. Kwame who said these are quality materials, easily to assemble them for them to flourish. And Kwame ye dear no. Tama yes anu na itimo dafem. Tama yes ana Kamaru dafem. Na Nigeria dafem. Na Morocco dafem. Kwame, o man hwe yes ah. And omo decide so omo beye adwuma. Inti omo beye adwuma no omo ba beto ye o talent no wokwem and omo be ma ache ye. Inti ye nyina ba benya talent bi. E die na wo se de kan game no, that is where the science comes in. So science na eba mu dia.
Science na eden.
Science no. And unti na need to be catch you say your video analyst, your performance analyst, your enhancement analyst. Your technical backroom staff, no, your data analyst, backroom staff, your first team, your second team, your coach for defenders, your coach for midfielders, your coach for attackers, your coach for skills, and you would the main coach. That is where the science comes in. Intimini mbomaji amaboma minipa no, you free what the game na duru said there be. First na 4-4-2. Ye ba ya de nipa mienu agina mu ba ko da benkum ba ko da nifa mienu gina mfimfin ene game ne cost in 10 minutes bia no say ye build dia e nipa for na e wachi ne ba ko be che mfimfin as interior midfielder amana ka miensa ne ye deba in 10 minutes coaches tend to vary their games kopim say game be wie enti wo di a na e ba no di bia match o enti wo di 4-3-3 na e ba obo so obi nso share ono so match with the 4-1-4-1 enti okanta obi a Kwame. You need to raise the bar. You need to vary your game. Players also betting me build their tactical capacity. Coaches betting me build their tactical capacity. Players betting me build their technical skill set. Into naming in bot me them na faso. But a near would the back game no said there be. Born on him bo. But we also use Sumlika. We also jibo nijina. E also jibo na. Uji ya di ope bia and san a game net me akon. That is where the science comes in. You need ye free ho enti se o hwe Morocco fo ne match ne rana ball na o mo de share Ghana second goal no eno an o de share Mali fo no enti eye planned o ma bom ho ache enim eye ade a ya hyehye the triangular setup the quadrilateral setup eni ne ma na o mo ye na amrofo no de board ya bid o mo ya DNA into original park no so how betimi a share mo but clearly you can clearly see a certain plan a certain game plan visible for everybody to see yeni hobby we are about the business aspect of the game business aspect no Kwame no na hen e ho ne ba bia na sisi amara ati ebisa no first na nke Fiorentino Perez first na Juan Laporta first na Adriano Galliani first na Dr. Massimo Moratti first na Jose Maria Del Nido first na Benatapi first na Kwame Carl Henry Reminegamo and an lead transfers no the big guys by an Real Madrid rely on Junior Calafat, not the Vinicius Aba, not the Rodrigo Aba, not the Militao Aba, not the Camavinga Aba, not the Valverde Aba. That is where the business aspect comes in. It's a true business now in hobby. into Nigeria for players no Ademola Lukman Muha Osimhen is all over the place. Alex Iwobi is the best player of Everton. That is the business aspect of the game. Intina Meka say 515 players sold $17 million in last season. Inti kwame, ye players ye bet me akase san no masa. Ye de omuko Morocco ye. But the fact of the matter is that whilst teams are moving from talent to science to business, Ghana is still standstill and we are stagnant at the position of talent. Yenimbo obi Ghana ni bia nimbo obo no kwame hwa na ye da so wo. Inti ya hwe games na ya e share no. Ya hwe tactically. Go back and check the games. Go and watch the game against Tunisia na ye be free mu ewo AFCON before the Comoros game. Go and watch the Ghana versus Morocco. Go and watch Ghana versus Gabon. Go and watch Ghana versus Comoros. Na call World Cup na call hwe games remain sana e boy no. Kwame obo hwe sa and look at the recent games ye boy. Inti enya sa na players na sa. But while the rest of the world can only talented chair and those people have worked their way through and mama added science and business account game no Morocco players Ashraf Hakimi Paris Saint-Germain Ernestly consistent for Sevilla Yassine Bonu consistent she Roman Zies mobile Europe she Medi Benati mobile kwame inti game no yemfa niema bi nka di nyame dia bless ye ne ho Brazil are not fools to say they are going for color.
Action Monday edition. Now quickly, yako a Newton Latte Marijata eho. Na yako heka krebi odi bebre yafa goalkeeper Onana Manchester United fans no enye happy kra about the comments na oye fa ne hono na fi yasan aba na yaba betwa so ewo eye studio A. Newton Latte Marijata minim se why crowd am ba hono na fi ba beti no dey brain.
Hello, General. Masom ewa hase na mahuse Manchester United. Hello, General. Hello, General.
Oh, okay. Nti yensaka Newton ebema ono so abem na yahwedode ebre. We've now gotten to a point those who make decisions for our black stars are now disappointed in their decisions. Our football ideas are dead in this country. Gasconi, now the free free brain. Good morning. I'm Dramani from Techiman. Please, is Harry Maguire's deal real? That was Ubusai no. Mamin called the next one. Also the free and Abaido. This administration doesn't know how to address the media, and Ket should call his people to order. Thank you. Rich Udwe Africa Day and so and Abeka Yano. All right. My answer saying Sabeka Newton later. Hello.
Na sadia vidi kade tu jano o share image da o screen so goalkeeper friend Andre Onana na general who say okra ball no a edane na ase boko image we Manchester United fans and it's a Franco Behu bebre. Now say all dispatch a goalkeeper like David here. When you're 32 years, goalkeeper so more engineer and more experience. Now, Osha Sika United the Koto goalkeeper, it means almost an upgrade. Yes, the year when you or retire, and he may be a Everton had here on the game no more. David here, 18 farmer at this present day, 18 upper improvement, and especially a ball near crowd say ya. Now, Massa by image so usually a goalkeeper it goes beyond and Yama general Yehunu Bebre. Yani share more diving skills. Or more play making ability, especially see starting a initiative game from the basis. About more diving reach, baby or turn one inside a drew, the agility, reflexes, the decision making, and of course, area presence as a goalkeeper. And no dear, Oka Onana, I'll be about Ayas Academy no kakra or graduate money the top notch, elite league, mechan Dutch Eredivisie no and the manager open a Basa ocean reflexes in decision making a general. On the face of it, one we have any aguniema bebre so, but at the fashion to me one fear the cotono. The age of David here, any David being a key man for Manchester United after 12 years. Now you see goalkeeper we say bra. A banesanwa. There are other things of the game now. I say we have bre now share. So you share Nema Ketwabi about Andre Onana and the distribution. Say a basa or the 9 and a circulating ball no. Usually yana contem and answer and contem. So let's say you who hano me the image. Shehawa or keeping ball be wasting time on the ball. Now so nim premiership ni pa adia a course is a CA, you know, over who do our premiership. Or waste time on the ball and he'll be caught because premiership not press it. What it means is one, the distribution, someone and none from one air banner, over who more said your own, you know, sometimes or they have prepare very, very undecisively now on the ball. Now, it told be always time. He elapses more time on the ball. Banasano, he distributes under pressure to the positioning. Should be a body free call. Anyhow, a ball not at net. And we are talking about a goalkeeper as I said, or able deputy and a replacement. Adema David here. But you know, I said the angle of the cross. Now, to tell you this statistically, you top 5 European leagues now, 19 to 20 crosses per game per 90 minutes on a premiership on a Sunday. And that is the highest propensity of a cross coming into the area. Can't top 5 European clubs now. So she goalkeeper so Bono and I'm on China about she the decision to exit in the goal line. Every time Biano or peer free line as well. Or Baba so bold man answer or mamitum. The decision making is so poor. So taking you over, you are talking about a goalkeeper as a Bono crossing a diagonal or struggle. And we are talking about a Champions League final. So you might say, but look at how consistent Bonnie Finch quite general. The decision making, it's me, and these are some of the things that a basic premiership room because premiership room 19 to 20 crosses per 90 minutes. So they don't keep the ball low. La Liga now the lowest. It means La Liga there ball no walk on a chromate inside the back inside. But for the premiership, you'll be dealing with a long ball, said the Uhui and Onana out of no man's land where Pierre or Babachi ball no in anticipation. So me Busa Joseph Adro or bet by Premier League Onana in anticipation general Wahefa. So these are some of the errors and it's been repeating itself very recurrent. And one share a true hot na you can once it might be something new. No, you draw attention. 2, he really struggles to anticipate shots beyond 30-meter distance. So share angles, sometimes there are forest of bodies on but almost or struggle. This error at David AAB editor Barcelona at the end of the day, not your bonnet. So look at these things. Anyhow, a Babaton sometimes Onana on dive. So they are getting a very, very good goalkeeper, but not a complete goalkeeper. Said here, Momome and it didn't air. Manchester United would have to get a very, very strong defense. And Sana, Omodo out to Onana. So general, I feel so. Onana is a good goalkeeper, but there are a lot he has to learn quickly and in swift. And Sana with me survive our premiership to replace David here. Now errors were creepy in the game. We need to draw attention and educate people about that. General, Kakrabi.
Inti nyese bibia mfunso bia ni ne honemo mfunso akra wo no na ode ba bontin ma o mahu nyese bia onyade no makofa ne sesa na bebire na fa no general oyade pa Cameroon ye kan wasem a production factory for goalkeepers. Cameroon, it's a goalkeeper free Herbal general. First of all, an attention oyade 2, Osha obita say ayasa or bobo de momuna. So when you're good, I want to be more ayas, elite level, or soccer ball in Milan. But I am saying it's a goalkeeper, or more a grow during the latter stages of our career. So Baby David here were doing 32. A friend of Koba doing the prime. Sana goalkeeping here. They are the last department in uni. So Siana Kofi Bo Joseph Adrobaso is the most consistent goalkeeper in our league. Yes, Sana goalkeeping here. The more and more you the more you experience into your game. Attack so for David to be dispatched for Onana, it means the little details within the game, we have to talk about it. And one of them, general, cross through the sideway of the field, how I am or struggle 2. Keeping the ball at his feet, and I can say any strength and on a watching hopper. O share pressing teams are okay there a quarter to quarter against Manchester City. O share pressing teams are no watching. Now, general, Shanima Ekosi over and over. Cross after cross, a cross shall be a free banner. A free ninchem, any ninchem never. Show Onana time of free in the line, also saw Babacha ball. And no bar, a dear oye, and only the key thing I draw attention. And I'm saying it's EPL and the crosses and about more. So, yes, Oyade, but the little details of the game not at the top level, no, a best posu. So, what bet you know, be a one man match ball, you'll be seeing some of it different game after different game. Onana exits in the line, no, a dear way, they're about down like the
So if a top-notch goalkeeper like Onana, not yet this can't say Cotona could replace a goalkeeper hugely experienced like David De Gea, General, as I say, you can't watch him and a best premiership room. This is a recurrent canker in his game that has to be dealt with before Manchester United for Betimaka fully. This guy is finally grown. He has some things to do, but a very good goalkeeper, General.
Okay. Newton Chichimo de Abre no. And the came when na local source no. We hear baby obese Saudi no e a free Abre. Oh, okay, I like his comment. But what he said about the board and okay, this is Nkrumah Richard from Amasaman Accra. I want to know from Fred Achi the position of Mr. Osekri at the FA and what is his take on the GFA administrative manager for saying there is no chief of staff at the GFA. Meanwhile, the FA president, do we introduce him as such? I want his thoughts on that. And Mr. Franco Naro too. Okay, later, Achieve Chena drink a crade. I found Andy.
You know, sometimes certain questions will be bad. Ayana is so interesting to hear people asking these questions. Already I can be here man day one. You know, is he happy with the current House of Folk? They are the leaders. I agree they won the league. And when they won the league, none of the supporters in the Slitty and also Slotte, the two leaders of House of Folk in Honorable Sodete and then Aladia Kambi. But after winning the league, what are the major decisions within the House of Folk team? We as supporter will be happy with those decisions. Now let me pick it from this perspective. Somebody won the league. The following season he won the FA Cup. Or the seas will league in him. And I know Omujana Kwan. After Omujana Kwan or within the season, year signings. Omofa Kwadri Yadom. Omofa Eric Eso. Omofa Junior Kaba. Omofa Abete one day. Omofa Linda. Let's consider these signings. Linda super. The rest of the signings no omuntimi moy. Omofa ya sign your chain. Omofa Junior Kaba. In just 8 games, Junior Kaba signed 3 years contract with House of Folk and Omo party ways. House of Folk striker ya sign your chain. Away, Omo party ways. Let's say chase the recruitment na moye no nenye. Because 2 of the players that you signed for 3 years, omo nyina ma party ways na ba kokra de after 8 games na party ways. What does that mean? Chase recruitment na moye no nenye. So if he's asking, say you more wanna, I'm talking about recruitment. Moreover, team na wudi animu season. How to folk yeah can supporters or Monzo Stadium. You know how to for Bob matches at Soho Stadium. There was no connection with the fans. And what trends is can who been our supporters then decided to stay out. So that is another factor. Besides that, we are talking about House of Folk team. Already 12 on the league table. Are you happy with the current House of Folk team? Until Aladia can be the
relegation and
yes. Last match, and they say we have to move from being relegated. This is the team that you're talking about. Mokofa Matic. Oi. You combine with the supporters to sack him from the training ground.
Who evidence? Supporters in the Koya and Amadi, Mevan say Ubia.
Okay. Sena management team for Aswa, Kakuchi the better. Because the utterances of Aladia can be actually say. How to folk supporters no answer any so and tell on who team. He has insulted the supporters how many times?
Insult?
Yes. Okay, I see your top supporters now. Your child mukro munyi intimate. He's still at post. Nancy, I am a bonnet when was supporters on WhatsApp. A chat or ever you show you so. He's still at post.
Nobody did not tell me.
General.
Constantly.
When you accept a position as a leader and cannot do a juma. When people are not happy, what do you expect? Clap for you, praise you, I'm sorry. They won't. But the man is still at post. So House of supporters say, Matichenko, now your management, now would you say he's the right person for the job, but what do you do? After Matic who came? Coach Okulu, he played 15 games, normal 15 points. Decision here one large one. So if people are not happy, team no, it has been moved from bad to worse. Team is a revenge here. This is not the heart of folk now, no from the Continental Club Masters. And when people are not happy, expressing their displeasure, you are calling them, say they should mention one. It is no house there. You bet me about more than 50 years. Akoswa Alaji can be the supervisor and you're the writing. Check the appointment of coaching. Emma Hartford. And a Hartford coach way. When a Hartford coach, you best start the league in September. What is the current plan? Who is coming? And did you know that is it for Alaji?
Okay.
Now, I mean, shadow issue, you know, it can be his personal opinion. But you know, Okura position be or your opinion doesn't matter. It's a position be or Okura. Oba bontin se oba bekasa. Nobody will accept it is your personal opinion. You are part of Chris Hilton and was saying that enka utoado toa soa that continuity nenka beboa. Perfect. Your coach is yamu madwuma omotena ho cheye no in a team results. A typical example ya Lucy. But your coach is being so hwa. Ya more the chance to stay. But omo results net to say. Until enya cha wo beche and the results nko aba. Moreover, the level of progression, the level of promise I will be shown no. And so actually what you man say was the amount to us and an equal amount to us. Besides that, Otoado now was not willing to continue. And they know be any. Set now a person concentrate on the Juma and also or Dortmund. And you can't blame anybody. Is he telling us Chris Hilton is not fit for the job? Is he telling us he's not the right man for the job? A crime saying that Chris Hilton be first offer, I mean in 7 or can. So for me, I disagree with my brother. It can be his personal opinion. But baby, oh yeah, you manage the platform and in the positioning now, it was wrong on the part of Shadow for him to come out and say this.
Okay.
Now, lastly, you know I'm saying I make us ask me how am I not shaking him in but Matissa Dr. Randy Abin so can be. You're born on my car, almost baby, I be fireball, baby, I be fireball. Baby Benny, I be fireball. Normalization committee nati we played the normalization league ewa hama Kotoko J. Kotoko played in the group stage of the Confederation Cup the year President Kurt was elected. Enti sa baby ebe fa football free baby ebe fa football free e dia so no mo ka e no be fa football free omo be fa football no baby a now when it come to Africa competition na Kotoko e ko nanim comparatively to the Athena, it has been disastrous. Football. It is not as if Yatana and change 2 years without playing football. And they can talk about what they've achieved. But they shouldn't go back and say that baby ever far born.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
With my camera, they were all achieve. They will be all for free and also. Okay? And who here? Yes. A bit more affected. The opposite will achieve. Yeah. Untiming say they will achieve Unguana Unka. Abra for free baby and a deeper. That's all Cadifra.
And baby over far born then. Because I was played in the group stage of the Confederation Cup. In March 2019, when President Kurt was elected in October, Kotoko played with Zesco United and also Stadium Abomawaha. It was not as if your team struggled to qualify for Africa. We were not playing football. We were playing football before they came to office. So they shouldn't paint that picture. And Obia can go back and check. Kotoko played the normalization league and won it. Besides that, young for Omodianesa or the Omodian Kromo can hear right. In those times, you're supposed to plan. They are now planning to fit the fundamentals. And it is not true when they came, we were not playing football. We were playing football, and Kotoko was performing, filling stadiums, even on Wednesdays in CAF Confederation Cup. What is the current regime now? Empty stadium in Kotoko House of Folk. Go back in 2020-2021 and watch the Kotoko House of Folk game in Accra. The Justice Blaine na be cater she go and watch that game. Na her supporters are not stadium. Na ko her kotokone as na no ya na e ya announcement say free no be ama. So they should fix the problems. But mo mun take you nru ba bia mo ka se you know na yatra ho. Now, what the BB chairman now? Okay. Now, still on Abdul Salam Mumuni. You know, our people, our leaders should give us reasons why omo pass a certain comment. Obetimi akase o bia President Ketiye Sokri ko amamu no o de omfo aso. But there should be reasons. Yeah, kase se we are all ye no hanye ni ya. We give reasons why we adwuma we are any kwaso oto aso any kwaso ye we any kwaso we say ade ba akwa from the football people ne say when they come out no more pass a comment or more pass sir. But there should be reasons to back your claims. Memetie so obi sam say why any kwaso President Ketiye Sokre kutu aso I can give reasons. The same thing should be come from AM penning for them that football na no. And then there's a passing comment and then you go away. There should be reasons to back that. Congress me quite am here disappointed me better than kind. And it was a time I concluded that people who pays and spend a lot in the football should be interested in attending Congress. You know, and penifona omutie sika e die football krom and do Congress amonko. They should be interested in attending Congress because omo disappointed. They only go there to clap for the leaders. But at the end of this all, these people don't spend a penny. And my boy ye. And it's a more ska and sema. There should be reason to back that. But not the usual.
So there's a free can, you know. Say on the leader. Congress. Say it is all kasa. Now city reasons.
No, judge my reasons.
Yeah.
Judge my reasons.
And they say more or less on the leader.
Oh, there be opposition. Abdul Salam no opinion.
No say Abdul Salam any judge.
And said the address no her. And his reasons were explicit and exact. The reasons no you can it is not an opinionated. No. It was based on facts. And you know as will be any promises are President Ketiye Sokre kuye me kan ha say 80% of the promise on timi fulfill it. And so no do be peace.
All right. And when you call Rich Kede, people get Andy wrong because he talks with passion and anger. But he makes his point and he stands always. Please help him to be calm. Whilst making his point. Joe, you know what I'm talking about. Thanks. Rich Kadin anyway, and so Abraham. I think Newton is hitting the nail right on Onana's head. He found it difficult handling aerial balls. And I think our coach will address that. But you know, he's a good goalkeeper. He can help my Manchester United. But he's not as good as David De Gea. Kwame Zion Asmon if you judge my by only admin.
Say
David Onana. Onana as good as David De Gea.
Or you fit. Now one sa area balls in an what 1 year. David De Gea has done his part for Man United. But you know, Onana is in a class of his own. You know, he is in a class of his own.
Okay.
And you can never underrate a Cameroonian goalkeeper. Okay. Goalkeepers are born in Cameroon. Go back and watch the World Cup Brazil in Cameroon. Almost third goalkeeper never died. It was between him and the whole Brazil national team.
Okay.
You cannot underrate a Cameroonian goalkeeper.
Okay. Emrason say
you know, Ike, like they are not on the pages.
Okay.
And then the birthday.
Oh, sir.
Aye.
Oh no, they see you one catch Rubia.
No, I got you.
Sir, no, I catch you.
Oh no. Okay.
That will be no zoom, say.
If you are trying no one.
No.
So, and Ike birthday. Ike. Oh, mom for the picture grantos. Ike. Yeah, we show. Yeah, we show happy birthday. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Nana Kwame, and I walk over the chain kuri. Abraham Cochino. Is it Nana Kwame? Sound.
Nana Kwame.
I dear me who na Kwame so ne he's a boy in dear.
Well, maybe man.
You know what I mean, running them. And then so Abdullah Musa, Kessben Sports are next birthday. Abdullah Musa, Kessben Sports are next. And then your birthday. Young wish you so happy birthday. I mean, sure what our president and the members and the year I wish you happy birthday. But then you see breaking news and ɛtoa so ama yɛ bɔrɔ 9 pepe mo hwɛ ni mo Kessben television.